Yo, 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 we live. You tapped into the fly frequency. Yo, I appreciate it if you smash the like button on your way in. If you listening to this on the replay, smash the like button. The Cash App and the PayPal is going across the bottom. And you already know how the super chats work. So we about to talk this boxing talk. Open topics, y'all. Just some late night conversation about boxing. Coming off a 2 Cents channel. You know what I'm saying? I heard them on the panel talking about Bud and Canelo. They arguing about the size, who was bigger and all of that. I figured, we'll continue that conversation over here, man. We got a bunch of snow out here too. She she did a snowed in uh panel or whatnot. Man, it's crazy. This snow that's over here too. So I don't know what they dealing with over there, but we dealing with a whole bunch of snow over here too, but we ain't our power ain't go out though. I don't know what that's about. I hope our power don't go out, man, because that'll be diabolical without no without no electricity. I could just imagine how cold it's probably gonna be without that. But yeah, Rollo, what you was saying, man, about Bud and Canelo. We know
Yeah,
that Canelo was the bigger guy, but I don't know why they trying to switch it up.
I mean, we know why. Anybody that go against Tank, Bud spoke out against Tank, and now the Tank Maniacs, they're going to attack him like the Beehive do if you talk out against Beyonce. They the same thing. Beehive, Tank Maniacs, they the same thing. They the same people. They run in the same group. So Bud spoke against Tank, and now they're going to try anything to destroy him. There's no way that he was bigger than Canelo. I mean, don't even make sense. I don't even know why that's even a conversation. You know what I mean? It's ludicrous.
Yeah, we know Bud chose him, because he, supposedly it was the best up there and all of that, but also because of the fact that he's like one of the smaller 168 pounders up there, as far as dimensions and stuff, and so Bud, he was convinced that he can take on that challenge, and he thought right.
So he
But
he cherry picked. He cherry picked what they saying is the best Mexican fighter ever. Two
yeah,
weight
right.
classes up. 2 weight classes up. Is that what they're saying? We have to
Yeah.
put it in boxing perspective. He cherry picked the best Mexican fighter ever. 2 weight classes up.
Hey
The
man,
undisputed champion at the time. The undisputed champion at the time. I mean, no disputing who was the top champion at 68. But a guy at 47 cherry picked him.
yeah,
That was it.
I said they're gonna be trying to figure out how Bud did it, you know what I'm saying, for years to come, man.
He
And making up all
strategically,
types of excuses to try to hate on him.
right. He strategically, that's what they said. He strategically. So he waited for Canelo to become undisputed at 168. Right? What if Canelo never became undisputed? You think Bud still would have went up to fight him?
If Canelo would have never became undisputed.
Yeah,
I
if he
think
wasn't
I think yeah, because of who he was, yeah. He probably would have still fought him, yeah. Because he
right.
wanted to fight
So
him
so
before. Yeah.
right. So you saying that no matter what, Canelo had already established himself as one of this era's greats.
No, well, I actually thought I I really think that Bud was really going after the bread, the money. Canelo was the big money fight. Anybody who fight Canelo, just like they try to say Tank was the money fight down at 135.
Right.
Canelo is that up there or wherever he at. So I think that's what it was. That's why Spence wanted to fight him. And I think that's why Bud, decided to try to go up there and fight him too. It was about the money and legacy. But I
I
think
think it's
Bud knew he was on his way out, so that was the last thing that he wanted to do.
right. Yeah, I think it was the perfect fight. It was a combination of money and legacy, which you don't really get. You know what I mean? So you can have a great fighter in the era, but you never have that big fight or that other person to push him over the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because everybody was saying Bud didn't fight nobody. And then when he finally fought Spence and made him look the way he looked, people were still not convinced.
They made
That's the
excuses
way
about.
they hate on these fighters though.
Right.
Anybody they beat, they automatically become trash all of a sudden. So yeah,
Hindsight, but they act like nobody was saying he didn't stand a chance before the fight. Right.
yeah, right. A lot of people was picking them to lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The
And
same.
then
Listen, the same way nobody remembers Regis would knock Devin Haney out, or Brian Norman would knock Devin Haney out if he went up there and he ain't crazy. He ain't crazy. Remember all that talk they used to
hey
say
man,
before them fights?
they argue me down on these panels, man, trying to say talking about ain't nobody say that Regis, ain't nobody think Regis was going to win. Come on, man, y'all didn't think that Devin even was going to take that fight, because y'all was
Right.
saying he was stuck between a rock and a hard place because Shakur was pressing them down at 135 supposedly, and Regis was up there at 140. So they like, oh, he wouldn't dare go up there and fight Regis, so he just gonna have to get beat up by Shakur. But then
Exactly what
Shakur
they were
ducked
saying.
him, and Regis got beat up.
That's exactly what they were saying.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Yeah, let me acknowledge some of the people who came in the building already. You know what I mean? Salute to Next Problem. I think that's what his name is trying to say. Salute to you, bro. Curtis Robinson in the building, the aircraft carrier in the building, Blue Hustle Man. What's up, bro? Jordan Smith popped in. Stinger from above is a tankomaniac, I guess. Dance 215 salute, bro. Yeah, the Tankomaniacs lashing out and stuff, man. They little man on the run. They had coming off of having a bad year and everything. So I don't know, man. But yeah, man. I think even if Canelo wasn't undisputed, but still would have fought him, just because of who he was and all of the people that Canelo fought. Canelo is arguably he's definitely top 5 Mexicans of all time, I think. And Canelo fought a lot of people.
A lot of
So
people
yeah, so
ducked a lot of people too.
yeah,
I
ducked
ain't
a
gonna.
lot of people too.
He ducked a
He
lot of
he
people, but
strategically ducked a lot of people.
he did. He absolutely did. But he fought a lot of fights too. Now you can't. He fought a lot of champions too.
Yeah,
So you know. But he is a duck.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
I always wonder what would have happened if he wouldn't have ducked Charlo. If he would
our
have
Boo
fought
Boo.
Charlo when Charlo was at his peak.
I wanted to see the Boo Boo fight more than anything.
Yeah, the Boo Boo. Yeah, Boo Boo probably. I think Boo Boo was better than what he looked like when he fought David Benavidez, because people kind of dismissed Boo Boo after he lost to David Benavidez. But it was a lot of it was a lot of factors in that, man.
Well,
He
see, and
all blew up and everything.
that's the thing, and that goes to the weight. Boo Boo's 6'1", right? But he's not no big frame dude. So you trying to blow him up to be a big frame, and that's not what he's not. And they forced Boo Boo into that fight because he been looking for a fight. He been trying to fight the Chalos, Triple G. He been trying to fight all them dudes over the years. They waited that man. They waited till he got old, and then they forced him into that Boo Boo fight to kill his
Yeah,
chances. You know what I mean? Plus, we seen Boo Boo drunk from frustration. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I know you see the videos of Boo Boo flying and he's drunk. He fell off after all them years. But back at 154, when it was a chance for him Canelo to fight at
yeah,
154 and 160, that's when that would have been a hell of a fight. Then
yeah. He was
Canelo,
tough.
yeah, he was tough. Canelo clearly ducked him at 154 and 160.
Yeah, that's when he ran down on Canelo in the press conference, right? And the
Yeah,
infamous he had the infamous "You want
yeah. You want
payday?"
payday,
I
right?
know
Yeah,
that.
right. Ducking, scared, like Tank ducked Devin for all them years at 135. You know what I mean? He's supposed to been doing what Boo Boo was doing to the champion, showing up at his press conference saying, "Fight me, champ." That nigga said the belts don't matter. In
Oh yeah,
boxing, that nigga said the belts don't matter. That was
And people
that was,
and the Tankomaniacs went for that. That's crazy.
and they went for that in box, and that changed the game. That changed the game. When he
Yeah,
said
that
belts
opened
don't
up the
matter,
door for the easier ducking, right?
it did. It did. It changed the game. It ain't been the same since because now you just kind of got man fans of men and not boxing fans. You see what I'm saying? They worried about what he's wearing and how much money, what kind of car did he drive. Y'all sound like women in here. What the hell? But he refuses to fight any champion. Oh, but let it be a woman. Let it have some titties. Her block is knocked off.
That's diabolical.
Anything with titties, he's dragging through the parking lot. We seen multiple times. But let a nigga have a belt. Maybe his girlfriends need to start putting belts around. Go to the little Walmart, you know how you can buy the little belt? That's what his girlfriends need to start wearing. He'll never put another hand on them again.
Yeah, man. This
Look,
this
Blue Hustle. Pull up, Blue Hustle, man.
yeah,
Ain't
pull
no
up,
mute.
bro.
Ain't no mute button over here, boy. Come on up here with that tank laser you be doing.
Who, Blue?
Yeah.
No, Blue the homie. He usually don't. He ain't no Tankomaniac, is he?
Let me see. Who he saying glazing right here?
I don't know. He must be talking to somebody in the chat. Yo, Blue, pull up, bro.
I'm saying why they saying the tank is he's so is his charge a state charge or a federal charge?
Say that again.
Is Tank's charge a state charge or a federal charge?
Well, I know that's a federal offense.
What
Kidnapping, attempted kidnapping, and false imprisonment. Those federal offenses.
now what makes them federal? Kidnapping automatically is federal.
I believe so. Yeah, certain things is federal. Like if robbery, when the amount reach, I think it's 5K, then it's automatically federal. That's just an example of different how different charges can be something that's federal or whatnot. But I don't know
Right, but I,
if it's I don't know why. I think they said whenever uh you're crossing state lines, then they bring the U.S. Marshals in. I think that's why the Marshals is in because he
I
got
know it.
multiple addresses or whatnot.
Right, exactly. And that's what I was trying to explain to somebody. His charges are not federal, they state. The marshals is in it because he has multiple addresses. So they notify the marshals, hey, this guy we're looking for, but he has the address in Arizona, in California, in Baltimore. So can y'all please give us some assistance? And you see what I'm saying? That don't mean he got a federal warrant out for him though.
I was on a live before and somebody looked it up. I think Ray Davis looked it up or whatever. I'm not sure who, but somebody looked it up and that chart, those is federal charges right there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, kidnapping and false imprisonment. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't really. 'Cause they
True
can be
Rich
state,
boxing salute, bro.
they can be state charges too, though. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
It,
what you think about I mean not Canelo, Tio and Shakur.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I
Who you
think
like in that fight though? Who you think gonna win?
I think if Shakur fight his fight, then Shakur will win it easy, really. But I don't think he's gonna fight his fight though. I think he's gonna try to have something to prove. And I think once it turns into a fight, it's gonna be a really good match. But if Shakur fight him like he did De La Santos, T.O. can't keep up with him. He'll outpoint him in a good boring match. But it might turn into a fight though if Shakur let his ego get to him, which he will do. You know what I mean? He will fight towards the crowd. Shakur will. I think if he do that, that's T.O.'s only chance of beating him. But if Shakur stay on the back feet, 9-3 easy. Shakur.
Well, Shakur said he wasn't going to ever fight like he fought Zepeda again, and I think that's a good thing because
Right.
that'd be dangerous, fighting some other fighters like that. But I don't know, man. I I think that this is a hard fight for Shakur too. A lot of people sleeping on Tio skills and everything and his talent. I think that if Tio is not on the front foot, then he dangerous. I think if Shakur decide to get on the front foot and put Tio on the back foot, it's going to be hard for him to beat Tio. And I don't know. I actually don't know what's going to happen if they both stand in the middle of the ring. I know Shakur, like the control distance and all of that. He said he wasn't going to really fight nobody like Zepeda, so I'm expecting him to come in and try to control the distance. And Tio is not that bad in the middle of the ring either. So and I think Tio got the speed advantage.
You think
So
Tio's
man,
faster than Shakur?
yeah, I think Tio faster than Shakur, man.
Yeah,
His
that's a
hand
tough.
speed, his hand speed. I think his hand speed is faster. Shakur might have better feet, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen, I
Let me
think
ask you
Tio got more
this:
talent though.
in the Tio and Cambozo fight, whose hand speed was faster?
I think versus Camboso, I think Tio hand speed was still faster, but I think Camboso was getting him with the timing. I think he
You
just was
think so?
timing him. Yeah, he kept timing him coming in with that overhand right. And I think Tio also underestimated him a little bit. He thought he was just going. He looked past him. He ain't come with no game plan or nothing. And then when Cambosis started doing what he was doing, Tio ain't make no adjustments. I think Tio just started stepping on the gas, and he was starting to get to Cambosis, man. I think if
Yeah,
the fight
Tio
would have
won the
lasted
second half of that fight.
yeah,
Tio won. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
if the fight would have continued longer, if we had more rounds, Tio would have probably came out on top, because he started pressing the gas on Cambosis, and Cambosis started, he couldn't really keep up after that. But early on, yeah, I think he was catching Tio with that timing, man.
Yeah, because because Tio came back and put him down, but I thought that Cambosa's hands was just fast on the inside. He was beating Tio to the punch more than it was. It could have been timing if I go back and look at it, but I felt like his hand speed was faster than Tio's because he was catching Tio surprisingly too.
Yeah, I
I
think it
mean,
was just the timing, though. I think it was the timing because every time he caught Tio was coming in trying to do something. He caught him trying to throw like twice. I know that knockdown was when Tio was trying to come in and throw, and he got caught with that overhand or whatever. It was an overhand right, I think,
yeah,
and he kept
I, I,
getting
I
caught with that punch. He was
I felt
timing
like
him.
he was beating him to the punch, but yeah, it could have been timing. I could have been time. I don't know about him being faster than Shakira though. I think that Shakira just
I think his hand speed though. You don't think his
think
hand
so.
speed is?
I don't think I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Shakira just really have to display that yet for real either. You know what I mean? Shakira kind of fights under that old Money Mayweather style to where it's get hit and don't get hit. You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
that's the thing. That's why I think Shakur gonna have a problem with To is because I don't think Shakur ever faced nobody with hand speed like that. Like in sport, like in you ever look at the Devin Haney versus Shakur sparring and whatnot. Devin hand speed is a little bit faster than Shakur too, and you can see that he be having a problem with that. He was having a problem with that in the sparring.
You
With
thought
Devin
Devin
hand
was
speed.
faster than Shakira? You think Devin's faster than Shakira?
Hell yeah. Go
Hmm.
back and look at that sparring, man. Devin was hitting him with combinations, hitting him 3 times with the same hand and all with the left hand and all of that stuff.
Listen, I always felt like that Shakira was a faster fighter than both of them. All going, and you got to realize I've been watching these boys since they was little kids. You know what I mean? I've been to a few of their fights when they was with you. I always thought that Shakur was more talented, and more had more God given gifts, speed and everything than Devin and T.O. You know what I mean? And in the amateurs, it showed. He was everybody knew he was better than Bill. Like Bill said, you heard Bill said she could have been the big brother.
Look,
Let's get off the rope. Run the punches, run the punches. Down, legs, short shot, good. Short, this, good. Now, step to it, in. Good, in.
it looked like Shakur hand speed is faster than Devin's. Devin hit that ball with 3 shots with the left hand. I don't know, man.
In now. He ain't got nothing else. Short, this. Good. Now, step to it, in. Good, in now. He ain't got nothing else. This. Shorten it up. This.
I feel like that fight is past already, though, Rallo. You know,
Shakur and Devin.
Yeah, unless Shakur willing to do something like Bud, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's why we hearing Shakur talk about rehydration clauses and stuff. I think Shakur know that too, you know, because Devin done got bigger than him. You know. Yeah. I don't think he, you know, the size difference is a little bit different now. And
he always been bigger, and they knew that, and that's why they waited him out. Tank and all they at 135, they knew Devin was bigger. He always been bigger. You know what I mean? That been his advantage. He's bigger than those guys. He can squeeze down.
Yeah, he got the arm reach and the reach and all
height
that.
And everything.
The height, yeah.
He's just a bigger.
And people complain about that. Hey, man, he can't do nothing about, you know, his dimensions. You know how his height and stuff like that.
He's supposed to take advantage. That's been Devin's advantages to me. We've been really 2 things. Is he's been bigger. He just got the frame where he can shrink down and be bigger than those. And the second thing was his advantage was Bill Haney put him in the right room with the right people. And his IQ is just surpasses everybody's. And I think he showed that with Brian Norman now. You see what I'm saying? His IQ is just Devin ain't super fast. He ain't super strong. He doesn't blow you out the water with nothing he really does. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just washes his man, though. he just 10-2s you. He just 9-3s you. And before you know, you wondering, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the feinting, the arm reach, you know, and the speed, you know, and the footwork. You know, that's what they be having a problem with. Yeah, and the IQ.
It's the IQ. We gotta understand the Mayweather's fucking trained Devin Haney. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I be trying to tell people, man. You know, Bill, they be trying to say Bill ain't a good trainer, man. Bill done soaked up all of that knowledge from Senior, man, from Floyd Senior.
And not just them, he done took Devin everywhere. You see, Calvin them said Devin them was pulling up on anybody anywhere across the country. That's why I say that was Devin's advantage. I'm in this. You see, I just called you from Kokomo, Indiana, at the regionals. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids coming up, they don't got no daddy just to hop on the plane and fly 500 miles away. Have to drop it down like Bill was doing for Dex. You know what I'm saying? Putting him in the room with great minds like he was doing. And it's showing that Brian Norman is good. He just didn't have the experience as Devin did.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Brian Norman, he needed a better coach, you know, better training. Like that's the main thing I was saying about Brian Norman Jr. after that knockdown when he came back to the corner. He ain't had nobody to, help him with the adjusting. He don't got the ring IQ to make an adjustment like that himself. To figure out what
Right.
Devin was doing, and he ain't had nobody in the corner to figure out what Devin was doing. His dad was just telling him to go get him. So that they ain't had no good
His
game
daddy
plan at
boxed.
all.
And his daddy boxed, so he know boxing, but it's levels to it. Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's levels to it. And Devin, he's been taught by the highest level there is to be taught by. And the other dudes been being taught by their daddy and their granddaddy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's coming to show now. And it just shows by how what Devin was doing. Put them all at the age of their careers and add them up, and you'll see who's ahead of everybody else. I mean, I don't even know why it even be an argument about these things.
they got Mickey Bay in there too now. So, but
Yeah,
man, I
Mickey Bay
think go ahead.
working with Devin. Mickey Bay been working with Devin. Yeah, he been working with Devin though.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
but they put him all the way on now though. He more up the forefront now.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, but I think Shakur, man, I think if Shakur, I get the high IQ advantage to Shakur though. T.O. is
More than
known to
Devin.
crack in the ring mentally.
Okay, yeah. Mm,
Yeah, so I think Shakur might outsmart him. He might be able to outsmart him and figure him
what,
out before T.O.
what do you mean? What do you mean
Huh?
mentally crack T.O.? What does T.O. mentally crack?
Man,
Ring. Does he rise to the occasion when the show is big? Because when you put him on the big stage, he's showed out,
yeah, but
right?
we saw him have problems with boxers though. you
Who?
know, we saw him have problems with people who gonna box him. Who gonna just not gonna walk him down, not gonna try to
Like,
walk him down. People that he got to go get.
like
You know.
Jermaine?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
think he
So
won that Jermaine fight though?
I think what I think is if Shakur can get T.O. to try to come get him, I think it'll be an easier fight for Shakur if he can get T.O. to lose patience and just try to come get him. Instead, I think T.O.'s best bet is to just try to stand in front of him because I think he got the advantage over Shakur as far as speed. I think, and raw
Speed and
talent,
power.
athleticism. I think T.O. He got the advantage right there.
Mhm. Maybe
So
athleticism, but this raw talent. Now, I IQ and talent. I'm gonna give it to Shakur. Maybe.
well, yeah. Talent. I kind of I meant to say athleticism.
Yeah, athleticism.
I give that to T.O. But yeah, talent, yeah, Shakur for sure. Shakur got the better defense and all of that. He got the better ring IQ. I think he got the better fundamentals and all of that.
Yeah, most definitely he do.
But
And
athleticism though, and
you
T.O.
gotta give
got
it to him.
talent too. So
Yeah, I like T.O. I ain't hard on T.O. like y'all. I like all the antics and everything. Sell your fights, T.O. Just as long as you kicking ass. And when the stage is big, T.O. and Loma, that was a big stage.
yeah,
Go show.
I don't like the racist stuff from T.O. But I can't really measure it. Like I can't tell if he really is racist or not. I can't tell if it's genuine. When he's saying he just trying to stir the pot, it seemed like it might be true.
He,
But
yeah, I don't know. Me,
you don't
I really
care.
don't. I don't give a damn because I don't know, you can't stop a motherfucker from liking that. It's in boxing. You know what I mean? How many times we watched a motherfucker play sports and they was racist and we didn't know and we cheered for them in the team?
Yeah, but my
So
whole thing is if I know, I'm not trying to support no fighter because that's what I do. I support these fighters, and so I'm not trying to support no fighter. You know what I'm saying? That I know hate me or don't like me, hate me.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
care.
agree with
I guess if they just don't like me, that's a different thing. But to hate somebody, racism,
that.
that's
Do
something
you
that's a
get
little
that from
different for
T.O.?
me.
You feel like he hate black people though?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with T.O. I don't really, I can't really gauge it. I don't really know. I think he probably could be just trying to stir the pot, just saying anything to try to um get the fight, or get people riled up to
Yeah, I don't think he hate black people. He might be prejudiced. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
who ain't?
The reason why I was saying it's a little hard for me, because I remember when he just started saying a lot of racial stuff, and when he was with Top Rank with Bob Arum, he was trying to say like they trying to, what are you saying, they catering to black people, the black fighters, and
Yeah,
he was like
which
saying a
wasn't
lot of
true.
racial stuff that made me
Which
wonder
wasn't
if he
true.
was. Yeah, I know it wasn't true, but
Yeah,
it just made
yeah.
me wonder if he was racist. And then when he started doing all of the other antics with the bananas and all of that crazy stuff, I was like, come on, man, like, I
I
couldn't.
think that I think that he was trying to just boost his star. That's what it looked like to me. He was coming out of the deal with Top Rank. He was probably realizing that he got to get his name out there more to sell more, because his counterparts like Tank and Devin, they was doing pay-per-views and he wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? But he was
Yeah,
putting himself on the level of them. So maybe somebody told it. It seemed like to me somebody told him to start making a ruckus a little more, especially after Ryan just really came off of doing that and selling big. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's what it seemed like
I
to me.
started out liking To. I started out
Yeah,
liking To as a boxer, as a fighter.
I like T.O. as a fighter. Most definitely, I like him as a. How can you not? I mean, if you really want to be take the technicalities out of it, he should have been undisputed at 35, and he should have been undisputed at 40. You know what I mean?
If he would afford Devin, he
I mean,
wasn't trying to duck Devin so much.
I mean, you know how I feel. No, but the truth is that ain't even it. If Loma wasn't ducking Devin and didn't give Devin that belt, then Loma still is the WBC champion because he never got beat for it. He just gave it to Debo Dale. Debo'd him. But Loma never got beat for the WBC champion belt. So give him back that belt. When T.O. beat him, he's undisputed.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
never
you're
got
right.
beat for the belt. He just emailed the belt, right? He
Yeah,
emailed it to Dale because Debo showed up at his door. He ran out the back and Dale took the belt. That's what happened. But did he technically get beat for the belt? No. So he was the WBC champion if you take the paperwork out. Let that fight happen. T.O. becomes undisputed. Now when you move to 140, the same thing. Taylor had just got stripped earlier that year.
yeah, he got stripped. Yeah.
Nobody beat him for his undisputed. He got
Hey, I
stripped
was
for his
arguing. I was
undisputed.
arguing the same thing on the panel. When it was we was talking about my pound for pound list, and I got To, and like I got him high on the list. I think I got him at like number 4, somewhere around
I
there.
ain't mad at you. I ain't
And
mad at you.
people was like, how? And I'm like, yo, To is 2 times lineal, bro. And he beat Loma, and he beat
He
Josh
beat the
Taylor, who
top
was
two guys.
undisputed. They like he wasn't undisputed when he beat him. I'm like, but ain't nobody beat Josh Taylor, man. Yeah, I mean, he got
Listen, he
stripped and
beat
all
the
of that
top
stuff.
two guys. He beat the top guy at 135, and then he went up and beat the top guy at 140.
Exactly.
Who else does that? Who else does that? Devin.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you looking at
Ain't too many people.
Shakurs and the when you looking at the people, who's doing great things right now. Bud does it.
Yeah,
Bud beat the top guy Spence. Then he
I
went up
did.
against the
They
top
was
guy Canelo.
they was trying to cook me because I had To above Shakur. He like, how you gonna add To above Shakur? I'm like, To resume is better than Shakur's,
It's better
and
than
his accolades
Shakur's.
is better than Shakur's. I
It's
think.
better than Shakur. Hands down. Ain't no, I mean, what's the argument? What can you argue that? Like you said, he's two-time millennial. He got what? How many unified champions he got on this? Standing unified champions. Not just
Exactly.
unified champions, standing unified champions. Hey
Yep.
man, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. He's beating champions that beat champions and taking their belts. It don't get no
Exactly.
better than that. It don't get no better than that. You gotta respect it. Even if you don't like him, he's a racist. Okay, all of it. All of it. I give you all of it. But in the ring though, you gotta respect what that man's doing. And he ducked Devin, but who don't? You know what
Hey
I
man.
mean? Nigga, he ducked Devin, but who don't? Let's keep it real. Let's cut the
Yeah, hey,
bullshit.
but yeah, that's common,
He
right?
ducked Devin, but who don't?
Yo,
Who didn't duck
they
Devin at
hate when you
135?
mention about somebody ducking that. Oh man, because there's so many people ducking
Listen,
them that it make them uncomfortable for you to bring.
like I said, I've been watching these boys from the time they was probably 15. I always had Shakur beating all of them. I was always scared. And Devin's my favorite. But I always been Shakur to Shakur. So when he turned that 25% down, I said they know something I don't know. They scared of Devin. They scared
It's
of
that
Debo.
fear, man. Fear.
They scared of Debo. Because the history of boxing always goes, Shakur was supposed to took that for undisputed.
Absolutely.
That's what you fucking you sit,
Especially if you really think you could beat him, like
and it's gonna be your first pay-per-view fight. Come
exactly.
on, man. If
I
you
don't know
really think
what.
you can beat them,
Hey, look, I don't know what was in people's mind. The fans who were saying that Shakur deserved the
man.
50-50 split. People was, really wilding talking about Shakur deserved a 50-50 split
I think
with Devin Haney, who's undisputed at 135, when Shakur just came up to 135 and
right,
fought Yoshino,
a nobody. Right.
Mario's dinosaur. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying
He fought
I
Yo.
don't think people understand it. They've been in the gym since, like Shakur said, since he was 7, dreaming of that fucking day right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dreaming of that day right there. And he passed that up. Come on, man. He passed
Yeah,
up a couple
at
million
that
dollars
point,
to
I
be
think that's why
undisputed.
he act like he don't care about undisputed now, because he made the dumbest move of his career, the dumbest
Man.
decision of his career. He
Over.
wanted to be undisputed, and he had that chance. Devin gave him that chance right there, called his bluff, and
Listen,
he folded. He ain't do it. I
not just
know
that, not just that, but over somebody that you say you've been beating on since y'all was little boys.
exactly. Because
Not
look, because
just
they were.
that, over somebody that you say you've been beating on since y'all was, so you passed up undisputed a couple of $1 million over a nigga you say you've been beating up since you was a little boy. Who don't jump on that? Come on, man. That's a blatant dog.
You know what it was? You know why? It was because of this.
Happened because we thought that we was getting points. You dig what I mean? Because Core is a Olympian. Core always then got in on Devin. Nigga, are you tripping? You niggas, y'all. Nigga, the whole shit started because it was live that we're in there with Core. Not Core is getting out on us. Like, he's the big nigga. He's the big homie in the shit. It was never. We would always, nigga, first the gap was like this. The gap got closer and always. If you got off any with Core, it was a plus. If you just had a good day, that's how it was. All the way up until now, brother. That's what I told you. I said, inside the weight classes, when we move, just like niggas is moving now, brother, if it's too hot at 30, we already ready to go to 40, bro.
We already ready to go to 40, bro.
Now,
They saw that right there, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's from years ago though, when they was little, man.
yeah, that was crazy. That was wild right there. But Bill was just telling the truth for once.
Mm-hmm.
He was just telling the truth for once. And anybody who, like I said, followed them know that Shaquille O'Neal was that was nothing in the circuit. Everybody knew that this little nigga right here is the one. Everybody knew that, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying if you followed the circuit and these boys in the amateurs, everybody knew that Shakur was the one. It was, but they knew that Devin was. I don't know.
On his
Devin was just big.
heels.
He
Like
was on
like
his heels.
yeah,
He
like
was just bigger than him.
yeah,
I just always
like
knew.
Bill said, the gap was getting smaller and smaller. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was way back then. That was like 9 years ago now. That was way back then.
I just knew that eventually Devin was going to be too big for them, and they knew it too. And that's why Tank ducked him for 5 years at 135. That's why Tank stayed the secondary champ at
Oh man,
135 for.
you gonna make them cry, man. Don't talk
No,
about Tank, man.
I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth.
You know
And
they sensitive about Tank, man. We can't talk about Tank right now. We talking about Shakur.
mute me when I'm lying. But they ducked him. They waited him out till he got too big. Secure it in. The Tank did.
Hey, what you think about Keyshawn, man? You know when Keyshawn was he was trying to press Tank and everything, talking about he wanted to fight Tank.
Man, I love
You
the
know,
fight.
you think Key was ready for Tank when he was saying that, man?
I want to fight him, bro, because he been tricking the boxing game for too long. He been tricking the boxing game for too long. He makes shit look good. He make shit look better than what it is.
He had a few more fights. I don't know if I'm
You,
ready for Tank.
you don't know if he ready for Tank. I don't know, man. He surprised me. He made a believer out of me.
Keyshawn did?
Yeah. After watching him, after because I never was sold on Keyshawn at first. People was talking about him. I was like, man, this little dude ain't that good. But then, he kind of grew on me. You know what I'm saying? After I start, looking at his fights, I was like, oh, all right, all right. He got a
Have
little
you
bit of
seen him get
power,
hit before though?
No, that's the thing. I ain't never really see him get buzzed or nothing like that.
Me neither. So I got to see him get hit. I seen Tank. Remember when Gamble hit Tank with like a cold 3-piece clean? I think Tank was distracted or something, but he hit him clean, bing, bing, bing. Like, oh my God. You don't remember that? Go
I
back and
don't,
watch the fight.
I don't remember. I know
Yeah,
Tank got a granite chin though. I know Tank got a little chin though.
yeah. When Gamboa hit Tank with that, I said, oh no, this nigga really the real deal. Tank, he's the real deal. 'Cause you can punch, a motherfucking punch. You gotta be able to take a punch too. But I seen Tank take a punch though, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I seen him get caught flush clean and not just take the punch, but keep it composed in the fight when he took the punch. Well, I know you're gonna have to come in there and fight, Keyshawn. I don't know if you can take one of Tank's punches.
but
So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Tank see Gamboa. I don't know if Gamboa could really punch like that though, bro.
yeah, man, go back and watch the fight. I think Tank was distracted or something. But he caught him so clean that it should have made an impact, and it didn't. He caught him with like 2 good cleans or three good cleans. It should have made an impact, but it didn't though.
You know what I think? I think them punches that they don't see, the punch that you don't see is the one that hurt you. So if you see
Yeah,
it coming, it don't matter how hard it is. A lot of times, if you got a good chin, if you you should be able to, recover from it. But when they don't see it at all, their neck muscles and everything relaxed, and they get caught with it. That's when we see these guys get knocked out.
yeah, most definitely the punches you don't see is what hurt the most.
Oh, 2 cents in the building. 2 cents ain't clicking the link though.
What's the Tanky still on the run? What's going on with him?
Yeah, he's still. Last I heard, they said that his lawyers supposedly had negotiated, for him to surrender, but it didn't happen on the day that they said. So now they don't know what
Yeah,
the heck he doing.
yeah, nigga
That's
ain't,
how I
yeah,
said. Tank out of the country. He's seeking diplomatic immunity or something, man. I don't know what's up with Tank.
yeah. He doing right though. Ain't no reward for turning yourself in. Ain't no reward for turning yourself in.
Hey, that's why I be telling people like he definitely gonna do sometime, and people like, well, man, it's looking
Hey,
like he's gonna do something. Even
I
if he do
bet,
like a small 3 or 4 years, he gonna do something.
man, I doubt it.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
don't
be
think he
real
gonna
with you,
do no years? You think he just
man.
he gonna get all
Nah,
off?
hell yeah, man, come on. Oh, it's a little domestic violence, man. They just blowing this shit up because it's good. That ain't, he ain't did nothing. Grabbed the little girl up.
No, that's not domestic violence. Really, when because the fact that she said she broke it off with him, and then it was 4 months later, and he came to her job and tried to remove her from her job. I think that's why they categorizing it different
It's
because
4 months.
she broke up with him and cut off all contact with him, blocked him, and all of that. And he went and found her, and she saying that
Nah, freaking,
they
you
saying
pouring
that
it on.
she said when he grabbed her, he said, "You thought I wasn't going to find you, B?" I said, "Oh," he said that's vicious, bro.
No, you just pouring it on. See, I ain't
That's
agree
what
with
they
that.
said, man. I don't
You
know.
just pouring it
Hey, man,
on.
I say she could be lying, man. She could be
She
lying,
lying. Yeah,
but she wasn't
yeah.
lying about the tape though. They said the other stuff she said, it was on the
But I'm
tape show
saying,
that what she said.
but do you believe that this nigga with all this money, world famous nigga, he got men, straight men, that'll give him a shot? They on here in the chat right now. You think him 4 months later still worrying about this little stripper ass bartender ass nothing ass bitch?
Hey, man, the videotape said he did.
No, most definitely, yeah, he went over there, but I doubt if the communication had been a 4 month link between it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think he just popped up 4 months. I ain't seen you. I found you, bitch.
Oh, you think that part right there is a lie?
Yeah, that's a lie.
You think
That's a
they were
lie.
still messing around and
I
whatever?
think he busted her down 2, 3 days ago. She done left out the spot with some $50,000 earrings or something. Thought I wasn't gonna catch you, huh, bitch?
She
Come
tried
on
to
with the
steal his
bullshit.
money. She tried to steal
Come on,
from him.
man. Come on, man. Hey, I don't know. Y'all be in the fantasy internet world. Like these bitches ain't. Hey, come on, man. Man, they just popped up on that girl out of no love and lust. Come on, man.
I
Don't do
don't
that
know,
around me.
man. See, Tank
You
side
just
ain't
cut
say
me off.
nothing, man. So I don't know.
What can he
They.
really say? He's painted that the tape is. See, in this world, you touch that woman, it's a wrap. But what can he really
No, I
say?
mean, if it was something like that, what you saying, like they was together and she stole something, that would be a good
Yeah,
counter.
but
You-
that's not
you-
his. But it's still not an excuse to go do that. So if she stole something, call the police is what the world gonna say. And he knows that. They know that. He fucked. He had a sucker attack. His emotions got the best of him. I'm pretty sure she fucked him over first. If you made me bet my life on it, I will bet that she fucked him over first. All right. That's why he popped up mad like that. You think he popped up mad because she said, I don't want to talk to you no more, famous rich man? He
I
said,
don't
oh,
know, bro. We do got some tender D dudes out here, man.
man, I'm sorry. I just can't believe it. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that you tender dick on some, it's me or nobody. Nah.
Yeah, I don't
Dog.
know, man.
Listen, you thought I wasn't going to find you, bitch? You done did something to me. You done crossed me and tried to get around me. I found you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Tank on that. Now, did he do that to that girl or he got a problem with it? He did, but
But even think about that though. Even if she did steal something from you, you gonna come to her job and grip her up and remove her from her job and make her get in your car and kidnap her? That's crazy. That's crazy right there, bro.
well, if she violated, I mean, if she did that, no. But I'm just saying, it's
I
a
just think
possibility.
I think just the mere fact that he even did anything while he know he's on parole and he's about to get this huge bag from Jake Paul, the
I,
Jake Paul fight. I
I
think you
know
just
it.
you just
So that's
crazy for the, like what the hell, man? That's why
right. So
that's
that's
what
what I'm
make me
saying.
think that it could be, it could be a possibility that he could have did what she said, because it
He did what she
we would
said.
have never thought that he would do that in this situation, fumble that huge bag. People was out here talking about Tank was about to get 150 million, bro. I know that's probably ain't true, but
No, right.
he was going to get a big bag though. I say Tank was going to get at least 30, bro. At least 30 million.
At least,
Man,
and
I
that's
wouldn't care who she was with if I was getting 30 million
right,
or
and that's
or
what I'm
what she
saying.
stole from me. I wouldn't care
It,
nothing about none of that.
man, I don't know about that, but To me, a tender dick nigga, that don't make sense. When he blew that big bag, coming back after 4 months, and that just don't make sense to me. She got to come up with a better story than that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying you didn't go in there and grab her, but you gotta come up with something better than I ain't talked to him in 4 months. He just signed a big $100 million fight, and he
I
just
don't know. It sounds like that might work if he ain't got no alibi. If he don't got nothing to come
nah.
back, nothing better than that. I think I don't know. And if he got that tape and everything, people talking about, oh, he don't got the witnesses ain't showing up for her. Then she don't need no darn witnesses. That tape is all she needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They don't even
yeah,
need her. They don't even need her. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted to pull back now, they wouldn't let her. They gonna took this whole thing over, man. They gonna, go by just what's on the tape, and her statements that she made. Because she made statements or whatever. That's all they need. They don't even need her to be there no more.
yeah. But I don't think. Watch when he go to court. I bet you they gonna drop them charges. They gonna know her, not drop them, but I bet you they gonna amend them. Damn. I'm damn near 1,000% sure of it.
You think they're gonna drop all the charges and everything?
They're gonna amend them down. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
kidnapping to go to a unlawful.
Well, they didn't say it was a kidnap. They said an attempted kidnapping because she got away. You know, the false
Right.
imprisonment. I don't know the details on that. They said false imprisonment. He facing that too.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though?
The hell is that?
Hey, you know what's so crazy is
What's that? Yo, keep talking. I gotta do something real quick, but I'm listening. Go ahead.
I was telling dude on the other show a few years ago, the morning drunk, that what he was doing to that girl at that basketball game was considered kidnapping when you try to remove somebody from their position more than 50 feet was the law. He was arguing me, no, it's not. And I told you, man, I was telling him that years ago. You can't just go and try to take that girl like that and do it. All right. You remove somebody more than a certain amount of feet. That's kidnapping. But I also seen the motherfucker be charged with that a lot and it be amended down. Once you get in there and he say, man, that's my girlfriend, so and so, and they gonna amend it down. He gonna get some fucking classes after deal. Watch. He might get 6 months in jail, like Floyd did. But as far as him going and do some years, I doubt it. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I doubt if he do more than a year. If he do a year, all these hoes talking about he's federal charging, and the Fed is only involved because he got multiple addresses across the lines. So they just notified him to help him find them. I bet you his charges ain't in the federal courthouse. There you go. If he do beat it, he ain't gonna fight no champions. So what the hell?
Yo, but I think those are federal charges though, bro. Um, Attempted kidnapping and false imprisonment. Those are federal charges.
Mm, I bet you they ain't. I bet you they ain't filed in the federal courthouse. I bet you them charges got filed in the state.
Wait, I thought I put the link out there just now. It ain't work.
They got charged in the federal courthouse.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to put this link out there. They asking for the link. The link is pinned though, y'all. But here it goes.
Yeah, I doubt if they federal charges. I think the marshals is just looking for him, just assisting in the search for him because he got different addresses across the state line.
Hold on, I found this.
Come on, mama.
This right here.
Now to an alarming arrest. Boxer Gervonta Davis is now in trouble with the law once again. Authorities issuing a warrant for his arrest today.
And the well-known boxer is facing domestic violence charges involving a former girlfriend. And Local 10's Roy Ramos live in Miami Gardens with more on what we know so far. Roy?
Calvin and Nicole, investigators say that the victim tells them she was not involved in a relationship with Davis at the time that this all allegedly happened, but did show up to the Miami Gardens Police Department with injuries after she claims that Davis abused her.
An arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis.
Professional boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis once again finding himself on the wrong side of the law and once again on charges that stem from an alleged domestic violence incident.
Battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping.
Miami Gardens police said it was October 29th. A woman claiming to be involved in an intimate relationship with Davis since 2022 arrived at the police department with her lawyer alleging Davis physically abused her.
The victim reported sustaining minor injuries, including visible bruising to her left arm at the time the report was made, and she sought medical attention.
Investigators said just days prior, surveillance video shows Davis arrived to a gentleman's club where the victim was working.
The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other.
The victim only able to get away after he released her. Turns out this is not Davis's first run-in with the law involving domestic violence. In 2020, he was seen grabbing his then-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game. In 2022, I was there as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail after being arrested for allegedly hitting an ex-girlfriend in the face. But most recently, in July of 2025, we were there as he bonded out of a Miami-Dade County jail after allegedly striking the mother of his child in the back of the head.
Again?
U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force assisting the Miami Gardens Police Department as they work to arrest Davis.
Rallo, I got a question for you, player.
Oh,
And
man.
at last check, Davis still has not been arrested. He's still not in custody. That said,
Rallo, I got a
the
question for
attorney
you, player.
representing
After
him to
you
find out
stop
if they
playing this,
are aware of this arrest warrant and if he will turn himself in.
Nigga's a
Details on that,
habitual
we'll let
bitch
you know.
beater.
For now in Miami Gardens, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
Hey, that nigga's a habitual bitch beater. I didn't know about all of them.
Oh, you didn't? That's what I'm saying, bro.
They've been keeping that out the news. That nigga's
No,
a
you ain't
habitual
know
bitch
about
beater.
that, man. Everybody saw that when the footage. The dude, the
Hold on, man.
one,
Hey, hold
tank.
on.
Look, the one tankomaniac said that he grabbed her and took her, snatched her out of that gym, for her safety, bro.
Man, no, listen. Listen, when they was at that
He said
when
he
they
was
was at that
protecting her.
basketball game, them niggas was ready to get on Tank's ass for hitting that girl.
Yeah,
Fuck what you
yeah.
talking about. They was about to get on his ass for hitting that girl. Ask anybody that was there. They was about to get on Tank's ass. After he tried to get that girl, them niggas was like, nigga, get out for her, bitch ass nigga. And he got into it with the niggas that was there. Ask
They
anybody that
did,
was
they
there.
did get on them in the back. They did get on them.
I know it. I know what I'm talking about. Ask anybody that was there. They got on his ass about trying to do that girl like that at that basketball game. They got to
Hey,
fighting.
let me say this about the Chargers, right? So I had my cousin, right? In Georgia, I think if you grab somebody and move them against their will, is either 6 feet or 10 feet, kidnapping. So he went in, him and his girlfriend pull up at the gas station. They go in the gas station, you know, they argue. She go in the gas station, he go in there, grab her by the arm, take her out. The gas station person called the police, not the girl pressing charges. The police got the tape from the gas station people, and they hit them with kidnapping. Now, kidnapping is not a felony offense, believe it or not, because they know you ain't hiding a bitch in the basement. Not that type of kidnapping. They know it's a domestic kidnapping. You moving her against her will. So what it did was violate his probation. You see what I mean? So they didn't carry a heavy sentence. I think they did 90 days or something like that. And I think that's what they're going to do with Tank. They're just going to violate him because of these charges. They're going to violate the probation that he already has. Now, what that comes with, we don't know based on that probation officer or, you know, whatever the case may go on. I don't see how he don't get violated just because he ain't turned himself in. It make no sense. If you're innocent, turn yourself in and get it over with. But
that nigga ain't innocent. We know he ain't
well,
innocent.
there you go. There you go.
But like you said, the charge ain't all horrific like people. Oh, kidnapping 50 years. Nah,
Yeah, it ain't horrific. The marshals just there because he can leave. He got multiple properties across state line. That's why the marshals there.
Right. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
Dude ain't ready to go do no 2 and 3 years. Trust me.
Nah.
He'll be home before Christmas. If he turn
Man,
himself in now,
I think he gonna do 3 years, man.
I promise you, he'll be home before Christmas. Hey, we make a bet. Frequent.
Cause like you say,
I
his
would,
lawyers, they gonna play
but
it
I don't
down.
bet. I would, but I don't bet though.
Oh, okay.
The
But
lawyers gonna play it down though. They
Most
gonna play
definitely,
it
they're gonna
down.
get the charges amended down. He'll be home before Christmas.
I think
Trust
the lawyer's gonna plead it down to 3 years, is what I'm telling y'all.
me. Nah, hell nah.
Them
Yeah, probation.
charges is you. It's a lot of time on them charges, bro. That they trying to charge him with, unless they can get some of them charges thrown out. I
They
doubt if
will.
they gonna get the kidnapping joint thrown out because the videotape exists. If the tape wasn't there, they might be able to get that thrown out. But when you got some hardcore evidence like that, a videotape and her statement, you know what I'm saying, her police statement and the videotape, I think they ain't gonna be able to just throw it out because of the tape.
Nah, they not. Cause like I say, my cousin girl she never went to the police and tried to get them arrested. The police got the tape. They ain't need her no more. See, that's what people understand what the press conference was for. The press conference was to let the public know we have enough to prosecute. That don't mean we'll win, but we have enough to go ahead with a prosecution. And the next thing it means, we no longer need her. We have what we need to prosecute. So they don't need her at this point. If they got a tape, even if that tape just show him moving her, that's enough for kidnapping. You see what I mean? Even though it don't carry a heavy charge. Now, if she go along with the rest of what they can't see on the tape, then that's another story. But I don't think it's a heavy charge. But him staying on the run may make it heavier though.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. When they see and they don't give you bail too. When they see you, you a flight risk and all of that stuff, man. Like I think he should have, just surrendered. He should have turned himself in early because now if they find him, if somebody drop a dime on him or something, or they get the drop on him, figure out where he at or whatever, then it's gonna look ugly because they're gonna try to record it and put it all out. The media gonna have it and all that. It's just gonna look crazy, man.
And then they got a reward out for him. He better turn himself in, or somebody gonna turn him in.
Man, that man gonna be out the next morning. Whenever he turn himself in, he gonna be out the next morning.
Oh yeah. He ain't
No,
gonna be. He
hell
ain't gonna
no,
be out.
no, because he on
I promise you.
probation. He on probation and all of that,
So,
bro.
what?
The judge that his last judge, she don't like him.
Listen. This say is, I've seen situations where motherfuckers in way worse charges than him on parole and probation for way worse charges than him and still get out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know, man. See, I got
I'm just
experience
saying.
with. Look, I work in the courthouse, and I got experience with judges, man. I don't like judges, bro, because they think that I don't know. They think they got superpowers or something. They think that
They
they
do.
think they abuse their power, and they think they got more power than they do have more power than they should have. And judges got a lot of influence, man. So when a judge don't like you, they can make it bad for you, man.
They do, but let me ask you this though: how many times have you seen the judge say no bond?
I really don't. I don't really. I haven't been around a lot of criminal judges on criminal cases, so I can't really tell you that.
Right. So
But
what I'm saying is he'll get a bond and he'll be out the next
judges
morning.
that work for the state, man, they diabolical, man.
All
I
judges.
never work close to a judge again, man. They crazy.
Well, I ain't gonna say all judges, but yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I got judges that I'm friends with, and all of that, but still, in their own way, it's diabolical. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I feel like judges got too much power, man.
I think he'll be out the next morning, man. It's not that serious. He'll get a bond. Unless y'all saying he's broke. He can't pay bond. But he'll get a bond. The murderers get bonds. Right. I know somebody killed a 3-year-old baby and got a bond.
Yeah, that's bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they had to have some kind of He had some. It's some reason. It's a reason.
Yeah, money.
Yeah, it's a reason.
Yeah, money. That's what I'm saying. They gave murderer a bond. You know what I mean? So he'll get a bond, man. He'll be out the next morning. He will be out before Christmas.
I don't know about that, bro.
Watch.
Because I think they're gonna take. I think they taking that to heart. The fact that if you look at how this whole thing played out, they had a civil case going first, and he just evaded them. Them trying to serve him. They couldn't even serve him the court papers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I
And
mean,
so I
that's
think they felt. I think they start feeling a certain type of way because he was evading them. And still at the same time, appearing on social media and acting like
yeah.
it
But
was
listen
nothing.
though, let me tell you
So
this though.
that's why when them criminals I don't even think she did the female had nothing to do with the criminal charges being put into effect. I think the state just took it over because they was frustrated with him not being able to be caught up
Be
with
served.
yeah,
Right.
to be served, and so
So if they can't serve him, that means he ain't on the run.
I think,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
I think they probably was going to, when they served him or whatever, and he actually, if he would have showed up to court for this civil case or whatever, I think that's when they probably was going to try to hit him with the criminal case or something,
I
the
think
criminal charges and try to lock him up while he was there. They would have already had him, but since he, because he was on probation.
the civil case
That
kept
when
his,
you on
his head.
probation, the first thing they do is contact your probation officer when you did something wrong. Your probation officer contact you and tell you to come in for a visit. Come in and see him, and then you find out when you get there that you're not going home. Right? That's the way it usually go when you're on probation. If you do something wrong,
You're
they
supposed to call your
probation.
probation officer within 24 hours.
Exactly. And since he didn't do that, that's why, people
Yeah, he
are,
got
oh, he
it.
ain't on the run, they lying, he ain't on it. Yo,
Nah,
bro, if
yeah,
you
he
don't
most
come,
definitely on the run from that probation officer. Nah,
yeah. A
Hey,
lot
and
of
I'm,
these
I'm gonna say
people that
this.
ain't never been through nothing,
I'm
they ain't
saying
never
Hey,
he may
ain't
be
no
because
lawyer
look,
gonna advise you to stay away this long when they done. The marshals are looking for you. Ain't no lawyer gonna. I don't believe the lawyer know where he at.
yo, they saying they don't know where he at, bro.
Yeah, I believe it because no lawyer will advise you to do this. Like it's like pissing in their face. Like they can't have everybody just turn themselves in whenever they want to type shit. You know what I'm saying?
now,
They might
what
make
you
an
saying? The
example
lawyer
out
ain't
of
gonna
them.
tell. No, the lawyer most definitely gonna tell him, man, they gonna lock you up if you come down here, right?
Yeah, he might tell you that. Yeah, yeah. You better
Right.
know what it
Yeah,
is.
cause yeah, ain't no, cause yeah, ain't no, yeah. My lawyer better tell me, man, what's gonna happen tomorrow. Man, I'm telling you, Mr. So and so, don't come down here. They're gonna like it. Good looking, man. I'm gonna have baby girl take you that money. I ain't coming when they ready to lock me up, just like Tank. You best believe his lawyer told him, man, they gonna book you. Don't come, baby, they
Hey,
gonna
when they
book you.
claim they spotted him in Cuba, didn't they?
You see what I'm saying? It took off. That's his lawyer getting paid. Shit, his lawyer told him, shit, they gonna book you. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that lawyers and judges are colleagues, bro. They
Nah,
in
most
cahoots
definitely that.
together. They know each other and all of that, They more than cordial with each other.
Yeah, most definitely that.
Yeah, and so when you not there, when they go in the back, they go in the back and talk friendly. You know what I'm saying? They making a deal. They say, "Well, you better
Yeah,
tell
that's
him
right.
this and that and the third. All right, what you want me to do, Judge?" And they working it out, and he gonna do what the judge want him to do. When they go in the back and they talking amongst themselves, and you got to stay outside. That's what they doing.
It ain't even the judge, it's the prosecutor for real who you dealing with. That's who's in there making the decisions and cutting your deals and deciding what you're gonna do. If he going to oppose bail or not. It's the prosecutor who you did. Your lawyer being there talking to. But we'll
Yeah.
see. I say he won't. I say he'll be out by Christmas and he'll be out the next morning. I think y'all exaggerating on this. I don't think it's that serious, man.
I think he made it more serious though. I don't think it was that serious at first. But I don't know, man. You can't just do what you want to do with that law, man.
No, you can't.
I hope Rollo right and it's not true. You know what I'm saying? They lying on Tank. You know what I'm saying? I
No, they
hope.
ain't lying on ho, because you just put something on. I ain't said that. I think he been whooping on these hoes. I've been telling y'all. I've been
No,
telling y'all he been whooping on these hoes.
before you saw that video, bro, you were saying you think it's the chick, bro. Come on, bro.
No, no. See, you got it confused. See, both of them could be wrong. She could did some foul shit, and his reaction could just been a sucker move. See what I'm saying? Which I think is the
So
case. I think the bitch was foul, but that don't make his move not be a
why
sucker
you think
move.
she was foul though, bro? What she
I
do to make
just,
you think she was foul?
I mean, because what's the motive then? I
Being
mean,
tender deed, bro.
so you saying that she didn't want to mess with him no more? So he going, nah, I ain't going for that.
He chasing waterfalls.
I just ain't going for that.
Hey, I'm
I
gonna
ain't
say
going for
this.
that. Look, and he
Hey, if
don't. I
we
don't think
rewind,
he even like women like that. I think he like
hey,
men.
if
So
we
shit, I ain't
rewind
No,
going
back,
for
we
that.
ain't gonna put that on Tank, man. But
Man, I'm just saying the nigga going around, his partners is going around saying they was all screwing each other.
hey, Bradley, you
hey,
still here,
for sure,
Bradley?
for
Bradley
sure.
said he wanted to ask you something.
No,
Yeah,
that's for
I'm
sure.
here. I need
That's
to
for
ask Rollo
sure.
Green something.
Go ahead. You been
Rollo,
sitting back chilling. Go ahead.
if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say after Hanos lost, got beat up by Ryan, that
Hell
Hanos
yeah.
was just flat out trash. He never was a good fighter. Now all of a sudden today you saying everybody ducking Hanos. So I mean, no,
That
your
was
attitude
before he
changed.
knew about. That was before he
Hold
knew
on, no,
about
let me. Hold
Oscar
on, I
Ryan,
can
bro.
answer. I can answer. That's a good because yeah. Before I knew the dude was juiced up.
No,
Explain. Do you remember the fight? How the nigga's ass was in the air. Every time he tapped him on his chin, he just went fumbling and tumbling. Like,
yeah,
damn, what the
but
fuck
but
going on?
you hold up, player. But you were saying he didn't know how to. He was overrated boxer. You were saying all this. That has nothing to do with the juice, man. But all of a
Yeah,
sudden now you the biggest Hanos fan in the world, player. Come on.
I've been the biggest Hanos fan, but after the Ryan ass whooping, then it reminded me of like I said, if you paid Michael, you know who Michael Grant is?
Nah, I don't know who that is.
He was like Wilder before Wilder, just like
Okay.
Wilder. He was like 6'6", 6'7", big, a linky black nigga like Wilder, putting niggas to sleep. But his chin in there. As soon as I think Lennox Lewis the one crushed him out, touched his chin and crushed him, and that's what it gave me a reminder of when the nigga touched Devin's chin. Shit, you seen what he was doing? He got knocked down 5 times that fight. The ref was saving him. I ain't see one thing. I ain't biased for no nigga. Nigga, my woman's in there. I don't no nigga. Laugh at no nigga, especially no nigga I don't know. So I ain't biased for him. But he got cheated though. You see what I'm saying? The nigga was on oxygen. The nigga was on. Have you ever been in the gym with a nigga doing steroids?
He said
You heard?
Yeah,
oxygen.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
hear him over there. The nigga was
yeah.
throwing that shit up.
He had the same stuff
What the fuck
Drago was
doing?
using, man.
Come on, man. You see them niggas off that shit in the gym? See,
Now,
you niggas is couch potatoes. Y'all ain't
now,
been in
now,
no gym.
now, now, Rollo, let me ask you a question. I mean, I think I heard you say you used to box or something. How many guys you think got their ass whipped being on steroids?
A lot.
Thank you. So what's the excuse y'all
Lot.
gonna keep making, man?
What you mean excuse? What you gotta make sense, man. You just came over here. You wanted to
Yeah,
talk
come
to me.
on,
You a
bro.
fan. You a
I'm
fan
a
and you
fan.
wanted to talk to me, didn't you?
A fan of who?
See, I know I got fans on this motherfucker just be wanting to talk
No,
to
you
a
did,
Rollo, man.
No, Bradley got 1 foot
You
in, 1
gotta make
foot out
sense
the
of what you
Hanos
just said,
clan.
though.
Bradley about to be in the
you
Hanos
said
clan.
you
Look, you
did
just said. You
you
just
did all
said.
that trash talking about Hanos, talking about he ain't worth this, he ain't worth that. Now all of a sudden I hear you today.
It's
You the
not all of a
biggest.
sudden,
You
though.
ain't never jumped off the bandwagon. I don't want you on my
It's
team
not.
if you can't stay
It's
to the
not all
good
of
and
a
the
sudden,
bad,
though.
player.
What I'm saying make perfect sense, right? It's not all of a sudden because if somebody's up on the pedestal like Devin was, and then the nigga tap his chin and he get to falling around like that, this nigga been faking. He can't take a punch, right? But then when you found out the nigga he was fighting was extra speedy, extra strong, extra juiced, and the nigga didn't lose all the weight like he was supposed to, god damn, they cheated the shit out of that man. Like they conspired to. Come found out Floyd told him, hey, you know, if you come in this amount, they'll still make him do the fight if he wants. They done conspired to take them people down, man. Let that man juice and everything. You know what I mean? So you have to have all the evidence first. So before the evidence came out, yeah, the normal boxing man would say, "Our nigga been faking. His chin got touched, and he couldn't take it. He been faking like he was great, but he can't take a punch." That was the outcome. But then when the evidence came back that this nigga was extra juiced, then
Hey,
you can take that,
Rollo,
you
I
can take that
still
back.
to this day though, Rollo, I still think that you wasn't being realistic about Devin Chin, bro. Because we saw Ryan Garcia. We know what kind of left hook Ryan Garcia. We know what his left hook is, bro. And how many people you see get grazed by Ryan left hook and don't make it out? You know what I'm saying? And Devin was getting hit flush with Ryan left hook. I mean, that don't mean you chinny if you get hit with the best left hook in the game flush and you go down. You know, I think if he would
So
have, I think Ryan could catch just about anybody with that left hook flush,
listen,
and they would go down. They probably won't get up like Devin did
but
a couple times, and then to have it laced with Ostarine too.
yeah, but this is why I still got to question his chin though, because would you say that Tank's good punch is just as good as Ryan's left hook?
No,
What?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. If you don't say they pack the same amount, you saying that Ryan's left hook is more powerful than Tank's left
His
hook
his his
uppercut.
I don't see an uppercut is a unique punch,
I,
Rollo. It's
what
hard
I'm
to block an uppercut, and an
what I'm
uppercut,
saying
you know
is,
what I'm
do you
saying?
think that Tank can deliver a punch with the same amount of power as Ryan's left hook?
Hell yeah.
Okay, then. So what if Tank hit Devin with that? Ain't he don't need Austin to be that strong like Ryan did? Okay, we got an excuse for
If
Ryan.
Tank hit Devin with the uppercut,
If he hit him with either one of them boom by the booms he hit a nigga
hey,
with, he get him out of there.
Tank can knock anybody out with that
I,
uppercut, just like
I,
Ryan can knock anybody out with that left hook. But that don't mean that the person that he knocked out don't got no chin. That's what I'm saying. A person with power, you got to respect their power for a reason, because
you
they
definitely
got
do.
enough power to send you out, to put you to sleep. That chin or not, if some people with power, they're gonna put you to sleep, bro. Your chin ain't winning no battle with nobody fists. Who
Yeah,
got
but
power,
yeah, but I seen people take a hell of a punch and be hurt and not hit the ground like Devin was doing too. I like Devin.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
I've seen people take the punch that Devin took and continue fighting, not keep hitting the ground. Not only that, after that, he fell 5 times. They only counted 3.
I
I mean,
always thought that
we're not gonna deny that what we seen though. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. You can't deny what you seen. And just because it was delivered by a cheetah, I know that there's other people in the boxing game who has that ability without the drugs.
Yeah, but that don't mean, that's what I'm saying. That's a testament to the person's power, not to the person not having a chin. That's what I'm saying, Rollo. I'm saying, a person with some good power, like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson catch you flush with a flush punch, with a hook with all of his might. Come on, bro. It
Right.
don't matter if you got a
If,
chin or not. You going down.
Brian Norman would have caught Haney with the left hook, it would have been the same thing. The problem is Ryan. Most guys fight the fight with respect. Because Ryan didn't really train, he really was just geeked up. He just kind of went at it like a drunk man. He would just lose like fuck it, and he just went in there and landed it. But Brian Norman was thinking about boxing. He was thinking about it. See, that's the difference. That dope make you not think. It just make you react. And I still say the weight advantage was just as much as
Right.
the Ostarine, because Ryan said I couldn't lose the next 3 pounds because I wouldn't have had nothing. So what I'm saying, had Ryan lost the weight, he wouldn't have the same power on that punch. It wouldn't have been the same power. So he kept the weight on in order to keep the power.
Man, also, I don't think that Brian Norman Jr., I don't think his power is like, I think people, overrated his power, man, because of what he did to Jen Sasaki.
Yeah, but do you think his power at 47 is less than Ryan's power at 44?
Who Brian Norman?
Yeah. Who you think
Probably.
stronger? Who you think hit harder?
I
BJ
think Ryan Garcia hit harder than punch harder than Brian Norman Jr. For
I
sure.
think Brian Norman
His
Jr. got bricks in his hand, man.
I
That boy
think
got
so
man,
too.
Ryan
power, man.
Garcia, man, Ryan
Ryan got a left
Garcia
hook.
his left
He
hook
got a
is
left hook.
proven. His left hook is
Yeah.
proven.
But do
He
you
ain't,
think
he
it
ain't
comes from
knocking
just
nobody memory out they body, man. He
Come
ain't
on,
knock
man.
nobody
Look
memory
who he
out their
did it
body.
to. That guy was about to forget. He barely remembered anything already. You know?
I don't think Ryan hit harder than Brian Norman Jr. though.
You don't?
I think his left
Nah, I
hook
don't think
is
so.
unseen, like you said.
This why I say he hit harder than Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. was hitting Jen Sasaki all night, you know, and then eventually that happened. Ryan Garcia catch you with that left hook. Usually you going out. You know, as soon as he land that left hook, you know, usually
think it's
you
'cause you
going
don't
out
see it though.
with his previous fights, not with Devin. I'm talking about with his previous fights, the other competition. Soon as he land
Okay,
that left hook, that be it.
but you remember Tank was the first one to accuse him of juicing, so we don't know if he might have
Oh
been
no.
juicing already.
Oh, that's a proven face. It's documented already. Of course he cheated with when he fought Tank, he was cheating, but it just got canceled out by the rehydration clause. You know what I mean? That, you know, took it away. He cheated with Duarte. Duarte even was saying he was cheated. He cheated with everybody, bro. He was getting away with it.
Ryan,
You know, when somebody cheating, man, and they get caught, chances is they've been cheating. They just got caught this time. Because I think because Ryan didn't make the weight, you know, I think it was laying dormant in his fat cells. And then when he worked out the night of the fight, you know, getting ready for the fight, I think that's when it started coming out, you know,
saying, listen,
coming in, releasing in his system.
did you see Tank hit Pitbull with that clean shot?
Oh, Pitbull got a crazy chin, man.
Did you see
Tank dang near broke his hand on Pitbull head.
did you see him hit old boy that put that grease in his eye with a clean shot? You
Yeah,
think Devin can
he
take one of them
wobbled Tank
shots?
too. He wobbled Tank too.
He did, but you think Devin can take one of them shots?
Yeah, hell yeah, I think Devin could take one of them shots. If he could take like 6 flush hooks from Ryan Garcia, hell yeah, he could take that shot. But I don't think they're gonna land it like that on Devin.
Me neither. That's why my money's still on Devin. But I used to would have put all my money on Devin. But after what Ryan did too, I put a little money on. I'm still going with my boy, but I ain't putting the house on him like I
You lost a
would at
little
first.
confidence.
Yeah, hell yeah. Only yeah, hell yeah. You know, I'm still riding with my boy, but I ain't putting it all on Devin no more like I used to.
Man, I think Ryan left hook on Osterine is definitely harder than Tank's normal punches, bro.
I don't think so. And I think Ryan's
because
left hook is
you had a left hook that was already proven and powerful, but now you got Osterine and extra weight on top of it, the 3 pounds.
I think his left hook
Hey,
is just from not being seen really more than power. It's fast and you don't see it. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't really power like that. You don't
Speed is
see that
power,
motherfucker.
man.
Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
if you look at Ryan when he came out against Devin, it was straight balls to the wall. Against Rolly, Ryan was thinking. See, he wasn't balls to the wall, so he didn't have the same power. He wasn't drunk. He wasn't geeked up, so he didn't have the same thought.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My thing is I'm questioning the chin because I know that there's a couple of other people out there who got the skill and talent and power. And Tank's one of them. Boots is another one, right? And both of them can still make a fight with Devin. I'm still betting with Devin. I'm still going with Devin over Boots and Tank.
Yeah,
But
I got
I don't
Devin. I
know
got
about
Devin
that.
over both of them.
I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat with the fights because I'm gonna be scared that he's gonna get his shit. Like with Brian Norman, I bet on Devin. I bet the knockdown and everything, hit the Fred and everything. But I'm still on the edge of my seat. Like, oh, he hit him good. I'm scared now. I'm scared when he get
Yeah,
touched.
I don't know about Boots, man. Like when that fight happened, Devin and Boots, man. I don't know who gonna
I
win.
don't think Boots IQ is good enough. I just think Devin.
Exactly,
I think
exactly.
Devin Brain is just the top level when it comes to boxing. He's the Mayweather. He was trained by the Mayweathers, man. All three of them. Come on, man. All four of them. Jeff too.
It's not that I don't think that Boots IQ is as good as Devin's. I think they just got a different approach to it, you know? I think I don't think that I think Boots is not afraid to get hit because Boots he'll let you hit him and just turn and take the steam off it so he can come back with something. You know, I see Canelo do the same thing, but I think people mistake that as him, you know, just getting hit, getting caught. You know what? I think it's strategic, you
Yeah,
know,
but I don't,
when Boots do that.
I
You
Hey,
know,
don't
but
people
you
think
say
Devin
saw,
gonna
complain
and
win.
then
about him
you
getting
see,
hit a lot.
you saw Andy Cruz do the same thing. I just think that's something they learn. When you get hit, turn your head to make it look like you didn't get
That's
hit. You got
Bozy
hit,
teach. Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's
You
it.
got hit.
You
Yeah,
rolling the
that's
punch is
how
what he's doing.
that's part of what Bozy teach. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure of that.
rolling the
But I
punch.
think Boots is the perfect embodiment of what Bozy teach though. Boots, he you know he been taught that style since he was little. So you know I think that's why he do it the best.
Yeah,
So
but
them
listen.
other guys who coming over there doing it, they getting it, but they don't got it like Boots got it though.
Yeah, but Boots also been fighting people he can get away with it with. He ain't fought nobody just as athletic and talented and fast feet and
Facts,
hands as him.
facts,
He
Who
facts.
can
else
get away
out
with
there?
it.
Who else out there who got that? That's the
Devin got
thing.
it. A
Shakur
lot.
Stevenson.
Maybe Devin.
I
Yeah,
bet
Shakur
maybe Devin.
Stevenson.
a lot of the other black fighters got it. Bud got. That's just a black fighter thing, which they don't do. They climb up off of Mexicans and white boys, which ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tell Devin to fight Shakur.
Well, he sent
Shakur
him a
tell Shakur to
contract
fight
for
Devin.
undisputed.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
He
He
sent him
sent
a
him
We
some
know you
contract
bull.
don't
for
want to
He
hear
sent
that.
him
undisputed.
a. He said he sent him some BS contract. I don't want to hear that at all.
Hey,
Y'all all knew
listen,
that was
dude.
BS.
Listen, he sent him a contract for his first pay-per-view fight for all four belts. In his
Man,
second
look at you
fight,
making excuses. Look at you
hey,
making excuses.
I'm telling
So,
you
How
what
is
so,
that
facts.
an
so you mean to
excuse?
tell
What the
me? So
hell?
hold on. It is an excuse.
Man,
Listen,
who is it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. It's Blue Hustle Man. What you mean?
Yeah,
Go
he
ahead,
ain't a
man. Go
tankomaniac. He
ahead.
a
Go ahead, because
Shakorian.
I want to hear. I want to hear your view, but it ain't
Blue
starting
Hustle
off
Man
good,
is
buddy.
listen. Blue Hustle Man is a voice of logic. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna change my stuff up to. The voice of logic. Because the simple fact is, if you if you go to the
Hey,
sanctioning
y'all
body.
go ahead and y'all finish cooking. I gotta go do something real quick. Go ahead.
Okay. If y'all go to the sanctioning body, if you have an individual, you have two fighters, right? One fighter is making excuses, saying that, oh yeah, we want to fight, but let me think about it. I need 2 weeks to think about it. That's after the simple fact that the fighter said, okay, you sent me a contract, but you know you lowball me. You don't lowball anybody else, but you lowball me. This is a fact. He has not gave anybody else the opportunity that he gave Shakur. Am I wrong for what I'm saying?
Yeah, but everybody else he fought had more to
Nigga,
offer than Shakur did. You not
no.
understand that? What you mean? Regis didn't have something to offer him?
That nigga moved up from 126 to 130, being a champion. The only reason why he lost his belt because he couldn't make the weight
No,
anymore.
listen. I understand. I'm not
So now
going
it's a
against
no
Shakur's
listen, huh?
resume. His resume was great. Don't I like Shakur's resume, especially at the time of the fight. What I'm saying is Devin moved up to be a two division champion.
No, Devin moved up. Listen. What Devin did is he got the belt first of all off of email. Then he went and
Oh yeah, you just
took.
talking, man. You just like
Oh,
to
I'm
talk. Go
talking
ahead.
now.
Yeah, you just
Oh,
talking
okay, no.
nonsense.
So
Go
so
ahead. Go
so
ahead with your
so
nonsense.
okay. So since I'm speaking nonsense, don't say nothing no more.
Okay.
Thank you. So, anyways, Devin got the belt by email, and then what he did is he proceeded to take a lowball offer that he figures because he had to take a lowball offer to put himself in a position. Two fights that he was forced to take. It wasn't an option. You do this or you do that. Well, I mean, you know what? It was an option. Take it or leave it, and he chose to take it.
Why'd he
He
take
chose
it?
to go. Because he wanted to be undisputed.
Okay, keep going.
I mean, what are you laughing for? You make it seem like
Well,
this is not common sense.
well, but when it comes to secure, you don't think that the same offer because he took 22%, even
No,
though
no,
he
no, no.
offered.
It's not. Hold on. First of all, it's
So
not the
he
same
offered more
offer.
than what he got, but somehow that's a problem to you because he took 22% to
That
fight
was a problem to a lot
for
of people, not just
undisputed.
me. Some people agree with it. Some people don't agree with it. That's just what it is.
Okay.
See,
And
first of all,
25%, listen,
no, 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 no.
25%.
First of all, I'm off of logic. I don't go off of feelings. Now, if you want to
Okay,
go off
but
of feelings, that's
what
what you
feelings
do.
are you talking about? What are you talking about,
I
brother?
mean,
You're
I
just
don't know
talking to be
because
talking. But listen,
how am I talking?
25% is
How am I
20.
talking? What have I said to be talking just to talk? What have I
Well,
said?
you saying that he got the email belt, but you're not going to mention that
He
he
didn't
pulled
get an
up.
email bill.
How did he
He
get
didn't
it
get an
though?
email bill.
Yeah, but how did he get it
Bro,
though?
did he get an email bill?
I
Yes or
said
no?
yes, but how
Okay,
did
so
he
what are
get
you
it?
saying? You're making it seem like I'm not being logical what I'm
Are you
saying.
not listening? You're just talking. I
No,
said yes, he got the email belt, but
bro,
integrity will listen. But
bro.
integrity will
You
be
just
to
talking to
say,
talk. That's what you're doing,
yeah, I
and you're
know
trying
it.
to flip it on me.
I know you're gonna overtalk me. I said, yeah, he got an email belt,
Huh?
but integrity would be to say that he was ready to petition the champion to fight him. And the champion said, I ain't fighting him. Here, you can just have the belt. Mention that part. Then mention that he went on to go
First of
to
all,
go
that's not how it
undisputed. Then he
happens.
doubled back. Then listen, wait a
It's
minute.
not.
Then he doubled back and told the
Go ahead,
champion,
bro.
remember you emailed me the belt? I was in the position
Emotional.
where I had to have it. But then he doubled back on Loma and said, now, bitch, I got the king spot now, and I'm still, come here, whore. Now you
On
can't touch
Loma,
me.
what the fuck are you talking about, Loma? I'm talking about Shakur, bro. You don't move the
Well,
goalpost so much to where you
no,
can't
you
even
said he
keep on
got the
talking.
email. Listen, you said he got the email belt, and I was explaining the path of that franchise.
No,
And
no, no. All I did,
right,
listen, you don't need to do all that. We all understand that. You
right.
don't need to. I'm not slow. I don't think the audience is
So,
slow.
so
First of all,
listen.
so you don't need
So
to
what I'm
break it down
saying
like
is
that.
he took 22%, right? So he gave a man less than what he had to grind for. He gave a man more than what that. And somehow, not to mention the 25% is a cut on what? The WBA belt, I believe.
No, what he
Uh,
did is he knew that the person at hand he could beat, and therefore this is common sense to me. See, I'm a realist. I'm not coming with no emotions, no nothing. See, I'm gonna give him his
please,
props. See,
please,
this is
because you
what you
you
can. No, no,
killing
no. Stop,
yourself.
bro. Let me talk. Can you just be quiet?
You killing
First of all, what I'm
yourself.
saying, anyways, I'm not killing myself. What I'm telling you is you like to talk. You don't come with logic. You come with emotions.
Just say your
So
logic,
therefore, what
nigga.
I'm saying.
You tell me what I like to
Okay, well,
do.
if okay, well, nigga, that's
Land
what
your
you like to
plane.
do.
Land your
You
plane,
try to
Mo.
tell me what I do, so I can't tell you what you do.
Now I'm telling you numbers and facts. You just
Oh,
jibber
okay.
jabber.
Nah, you ain't telling me facts. You can give me your fucking opinion, bro.
No, I'm telling you, the
You
25% is one
speculating.
of the sanctioning bodies. Low percentage for fighting belt. Did you know that? Did you know that that's
The
25%? That's
other
not
three belts. First of all, let me break you down.
okay.
The other
Okay,
three
just so you
belts.
know
The
that.
other three belts was 25%. The belt that he petitioned for was 30%.
Okay,
So I do fucking know that.
so the
So stop trying to
25%
play me
ain't
like I
far
don't.
fetched. So it ain't far fetched
Nah,
though,
it,
right?
it, it is far fetched because he could have offered him more.
Somehow the
If he really,
sanctioning bodies is saying that it's
bro, if
cool,
he
but
really
you're
wanted to
saying it's
fight,
far
if he
fetched.
really wanted to fight, he could have offered him more.
Wait a
He
minute,
could
but
have
somehow
negotiated. He
somehow
could
the
have
people that's
negotiated.
over
He chose
boxing.
not to negotiate. What he chose to do is wait a whole fucking week and then say, please, can I get an extension? And then he got an extension, waited a whole another 7 days. On the last day, he basically said, you know what? I want to move up to 140. It took him two fucking weeks to figure that out, bro. And waste time.
So what's your point?
Yeah,
What's your
yeah.
point?
Oh, now it's what's my point, huh?
Let me
I'm
ask you
coming with
this.
logic. Now it's what's my point.
This is the logic to that. Did somebody get a contract offered to them in that situation?
Oh, bro, you spinning right now. You spinning.
Oh, why
You just
you
like
gonna
to
answer
talk and
my
hear yourself
question? Because
talk.
I answered your
No,
question.
this is common
Did
sense, man.
somebody
Get the
get a
fuck out of here,
contract
bro.
offer in
You
that
speaking some
situation?
common shit that you getting some common. You're regurgitating yourself. You backpedaling, just trying to make a fucking
Backpedaling for
point
what?
for no reason. Because you coming back with some bullshit that we already went past.
I mean,
We've
I
already
done
been
killed
there
you
and
in
done
every.
that.
I done
You have
killed you
not
in every
killed me,
way.
period.
Devin
You
took
have not killed me,
22%
period.
for the
You are an
position.
emotional
He was
fan,
given
and you're
25%
therefore
for
you
the.
trying to make it
What am
seem
I
like
being
it's okay.
emotional at? What am
Because
I
you
being
ain't being
emotional at?
realistic. You ain't being realistic, brother.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying? Devin
I'm
took
100%
22%
listening to what you're saying.
for the position, right?
You're
He
gonna explain
gave.
this to me
Wait, wait,
again,
wait.
nigga.
Listen, he
But
got.
didn't I just
No,
tell you
no.
that
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
what
not
you
slow?
just
The
said.
audience say slow. We've
You
already
just
knew what
said.
you're saying.
Listen, you just said because he knew he
Okay.
could beat Kambosos, right? But didn't
360.
Shakur say that he knew he can beat Devin? So why wouldn't he
I
take a
don't know. You
better
tell me,
deal
bro.
to fight it?
Whatever I say, it
Hey,
doesn't matter. So you tell me
you
what the
just
narrative
said that
is.
he took the deal because he knew he can beat him. But didn't Shakur say he know he can beat Devin? So why not take a better deal than what the champion got for his belts? You see what I'm saying?
Why?
Does that make sense to you?
So let me
Hey,
break
champ,
something down. He
I
had
knew
no
you took
decision.
this deal to get your
Bro,
deal.
let me talk. You just asked me a question. Can I answer it, or do you want to just keep
Go
talking? I'll
ahead.
give you a floor. You
Go
got
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. What
Okay.
question did I
So
ask you? Go
therefore,
ahead.
I don't. Anyways, so like I'm saying, what you said, I'm gonna answer. It was not him at the table. It was some other people at the table. His. It was Prince. You know how he negotiates for him. It was him. He asked for 50%,
I don't know
which
Prince. I don't know what the hell you talking
bro,
about. I
I don't
doubt if
give a
you
fuck
do.
if you don't know. I don't know. Listen, you don't know any of the fighters. Do you know Devin
You
Haney?
don't either. You don't either. So why would you sit
Okay,
here
so
and
why the
say
fuck are you
you
making
know?
this relevant? Why are
Because
you
you
making
just
this
said you
talking
know how
point
Prince
relevant, bro?
negotiate. Because you just
Okay, so
insinuated like we know how
whatever it
Prince
is,
negotiate. What are you
he
talking
said it
about?
himself, bro. He wasn't there. Prince negotiated the fucking conversation. I'm going off what the fighter says.
Okay, we know how Prince negotiate. Keep on.
Okay, well, what, man? He negotiated. They went back. What Shakur says, and it's irrelevant. Whatever else is anything else is said. He said, "Man, I'll take anything that they give me, as long as it's over 25%." That was for one belt. This nigga was basically saying over one belt, he said willing to take more. That's a little bit more money offering because that's what he was going to be given. They gave him 30%. He accepted it and allowed basically Devin Haney to get the option of basically saying he wanted to fight him or not, or move up to 140. His dad was in the ring after he won undisputed and said, look at the champ right there. Y'all know what it is. We staying down here and we ain't going nowhere.
So did Shakur come back and say that he regretted not taking that deal? And furthermore, I can
Nah. I asked him
listen.
personally. I'm gonna answer your question. I asked him personally. He said no. And the reason why is because he felt like the man was bluffing. He wasn't serious about the offer. That's why he said no.
I heard Shakur did. I seen Shakur say he regretted not taking that deal.
Like I said, my brother, there's proof, and you can go back and see where I asked him the question, and he said what he said.
We had this conversation already, Blue Hustle man.
You know that I'm not lying. I was on.
But Shakur did come out and say that he regretted not taking that offer. Bob Arum was saying that the offer wasn't real because uh the offer
It
didn't
doesn't
come to
matter that
him
he said that. I'm going
because
off what he said to
because the offer
me.
didn't come to
Let,
him.
hold on.
Bill Haney came
Okay,
on
what's the
Fanon's
point?
live. Listen, if you listen, you'll know the
Flyer.
point.
I say the
Right.
same
You'll get
thing.
the point
Hold
if you
on, Flyer,
listen.
Flyer, Flyer. I say
Go
the
ahead.
same thing that he should have basically took the fucking deal. I said that to Shakur. Shakur said to me that and the reason why he didn't feel like he took the deal is because of this. You told me, oh, well, he felt like, what did you say? What did you say? You said that the man, he basically, you said some shit like, Flyer, you said some stuff like, I can't recall what you said.
Let
You
me
had
say
it.
what I said.
You bouncing
Can
around.
you
Slow
tell me
down,
what he
homie.
said?
Yeah, slow down. Let me say what
Slow
I was
down. You
going to say.
bouncing around, my nigga. You ain't
I'm
even got
not bouncing
just let him
around. I'm
talk.
Let me
answering
say what I was
questions.
going to say.
Right.
Bill Haney came on Fanon's live, and Bill Haney explained that he didn't. He said he didn't negotiate with Bob Arum. He said they negotiated with Shakur directly. And Shakur, that's why Bob Arum was saying that the offer wasn't real because he didn't get anything because Bill Haney didn't go through him. Bill Haney was negotiating with Shakur, personally, and Shakur confirmed that. Shakur said that the Bill Haney and them didn't come public with the offer. Shakur did. Shakur, the one who went public with it because Shakur was, you know,
Correct.
he was like doing all these antics and stuff, acting like he
No, he said it
chasing
was a low
Devin.
ball. He
He
said
was
it was a
acting
low
like he
ball,
was
bro.
he was acting like he was chasing Devin, and showing up to spots that Devin and them at,
Right. Sending bottles and shit.
sending bottles over and having people with
Yeah, that was his
signs and
friend
stuff
that
talking
sent it
about sign a
over.
contract.
Hold
And
on.
it was
That
like
was
it
his
wasn't
friend
no
that sent it
contract. So
over.
they actually sent him an offer behind the
Called his
scenes.
bluff.
And Shakur went public with that.
Called his bluff. sent the
Yep.
contract. Now
Called
you
his bluff.
sign it. Now
Hey,
you
my
How you
sign
fatter
it.
call
in here
somebody's bluff?
wilding.
Hold on, time out, time out. How you call somebody's bluff as you get in a fucking ring with him, you tell him you want to fight him, and then your fighter ran off with his dad telling him, his dad,
And
his
fuck that, he
superior,
sent him a
told him.
contract. Why are you talking about the antics of some bullshit? He sent him a
Bro, you
contract.
can get
Ain't nobody
emotional
ever
all
made
you
a
want
fight in the
to.
middle of
I
the
don't
ring like
care.
that. What are you
Be
talking about?
emotional. Be emotional, Devin Haney Payne. You're
No, cause you
Haney.
talking stupid. I'm tired of it.
No,
I'm
I'm not
sick of
talking
it. You
stupid.
just
You
keep
talking
saying stupid
stupid.
shit. He
I'm not
had him
saying
in the
nothing stupid.
ring.
I'm coming with
Listen,
logic,
we
bro.
telling
You
you
don't
that the
like it.
manager sent the nigga a contract. You telling me he ran in the ring. Bitch, he just fought 12 of the hardest rounds
Bro,
he
I
ever
think you
fought in
more
his
than
life.
fucking that. And you want to run like the
You
wind with
feel
this
me?
bullshit? I'm
He
giving you
just fought
context.
Loma.
That's all I'm doing.
Do you not
Bro,
remember how Loma drug
your
that
Listen,
slow
man in the
ass. Hey,
11th
hey, hey,
round?
brother. Hey, brother. I'm just
Hey, do
giving
you
you
not
context.
remember
And
how
you're mad that
drained
I'm
Devin
giving you
was?
context? Now
Do
you
you
want
not
to give me
remember?
bullshit. Do you remember how drained he was? Now
I
you giving
know
me
it. I
bullshit.
know it because you don't care about none of it. You just want to be
Bro,
with the.
he just want to
bro,
be
what are you
right.
talking about?
But
It's
but
not
listen,
about being right.
I remember a
It's
drained
the
Devin
fact.
after the
It's
Loma
the
fight.
fact
Looked
that
like he was
he
ready.
wanted to
You don't
move up.
remember? You don't remember how drained Devin looked after the Loma fight? He was dog tired. Here comes Shakur. That nigga Broly could hold his and look over his shoulder at the
Oh
nigga. I ain't going
man.
over and entertain. That nigga was
Nigga,
dog
you a
tired.
fucking maniac for real. You making
No, it's just
excuses,
the
nigga.
truth, my nigga. But what I'm
Nah.
saying is,
Here
you
comes
telling me about
Shakur
a
when
nigga
he's
coming in the
drained.
ring.
You
So
sound
listen,
weird as fuck, nigga.
no, you sound weird because
You
listen, after
sound
he
weird.
came in
I'm
the
just
ring,
putting it
what
out there. You
happened?
sound weird as fuck making excuses for your fighter,
Listen,
bro.
how when he sent
No
him a
accountability
contract?
whatsoever. Yeah,
You
he
sound
sent them a
stupid
bullshit
because
contract, nigga. Just like
listen
other
to
people
what you
do the
saying.
same shit.
Wait a minute, listen
Hold on,
to what
y'all.
you saying. Listen to what
Professional
you saying.
dunking at its fullest, nigga.
You're
What?
saying that he ran out the ring, but he
Fight! It's gonna be history, Dad! There, the fight's over!
Yo, chill, y'all. Yo, listen, man. The offer that was sent to Shakur was not a low ball, bro. Y'all,
It was. That's just your opinion.
I'm gonna explain to you why it wasn't a low ball. It wasn't a low ball because Devin Haney was offering him the bare minimum. You know,
And it's a
people try
fucking
to
low ball. Look what
hold
you
on,
just
let
said.
me
The bare
hold
minimum.
on,
That's a low
listen, let
ball.
me talk. Listen, let me talk. A lot of people say that, you know, that they try to say that was a low ball because the WBC, you know, the lowest you can go with the
He told him take it or
WBC.
leave it. You know
Listen,
that.
hold on, listen, bro. The lowest you can go with the WBC is a 30% offer, you know, but the other three sanctioning bodies, the
It's
lowest you
25%.
can
I
go
know.
to
I don't need to hear that.
25%.
I
Okay,
know.
and
And he
so
gave him a low
Devin,
ball
hold
offer.
on, listen.
He
So
gave him a
Devin,
low ball
listen,
offer. Why
bro,
are you trying to motherfucker?
listen, bro,
Why you blazing and making
listen.
excuses?
You don't want to listen.
Okay, go ahead. My bad for fine.
Devin had all four belts, man. He had all four belts. Shakur didn't have a belt. Shakur lost his belt on the scale before he went up to 135. So think about that. He coming up to the 135 division, fresh in the division, only fought one guy who was a nobody, you know, and then he was getting a shot at undisputed. He skipped the
Fly.
line
Let
and
me ask you. Can I
everything.
ask you a question real
Tank
quick?
had the
Can I ask you a question?
WBA. Tank had the
Yeah, because of his
WBA
accolades.
regular
That's why he
belt.
skipped the line. It's
Yeah,
because of
he
his
skipped the
accolades. You
line.
know
Yeah,
that. So what I'm gonna say to you is this: if he had a belt, would have made a difference.
yeah, he would have had more
How
negotiating
do you know
power.
that?
Yeah,
You
he had
speculating. How do you
zero
know that?
negotiating power, bro.
Listen to me. Listen to
How
what
was
I'm
Shakur?
saying.
How was
Even
Shakur?
if he had a belt,
How do you justify Shakur asking for 50% split?
that was his manager that asked for that.
Regardless, it's his side. How do you justify that?
Okay, well then
You can't,
Shakur,
right? You can't.
listen to me. Listen to me. Shakur overrided that, and he said, "All I want is at least 30%," and he was offered that. Now it was up to Devin to basically still make the fight. Devin chose to go somewhere else.
No,
Nobody.
no,
It doesn't
Shakur,
matter.
no,
Hold on.
Shakur,
Hold on.
no.
No. No. No. No. Let me say something, fam. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Bro, you're not
Listen.
going according to the timeline of what
I
actually
am.
happened. Shakur left the
What?
negotiations. Shakur left
How?
it because it. What you mean how?
You're given
Because
2 weeks, my nigga. If you're given 2 weeks to make a decision, you are the one that's making the decision. You are the one that the
listen,
fight is
bro.
riding on.
Listen,
It's not Shakur no more. Shakur, you making excuses, bro. You're being unrealistic, fighter.
when Devin
I'm
gave
listening.
when Devin's side offered Shakur the 25%, it wasn't through the WBC. It was a voluntary defense at that
Okay,
time.
that's
It was
fine and dandy.
voluntary.
That's
Listen, yeah.
fine.
So okay, yeah, we talk. You said you deal with logic, right? So let's deal
I
with this
am.
logic. So okay, so
Okay, I'm listening.
if we know it was a voluntary defense, right? He made an offer to Shakur. Shakur turned it down, and it was actually a negotiation. You know, because they made a few offers to Shakur, and Shakur turned all of them down and asked for 50% on every single time. And then
That's not true,
Shakur,
bro. You're
it is
speculating. You
true.
don't even know. It's
I'm not
not.
speculating because Bill told. That's what Bill said. That's
That
what Bill
doesn't mean
said
that
on
he's
the
being
panel.
honest, though, bro. Listen to me.
How I'm not being honest. I'm
Listen,
telling you
you're
what Bill
talking about.
said. Bill
I
said.
don't care
Bill
that
said
Bill
that.
said that. Shakur
Okay,
said something different.
see you neglecting
Listen,
you don't care
fam,
about the
listen to
facts.
me.
Then
In other
I'm
words,
trying
he
to
talked
Listen
to
explain.
to me.
Shakur
Listen to me.
before, so he don't care what the facts is.
No, listen to
He
me.
loves
Listen to
Shakur. He
me.
ain't going
No,
against
bro.
Shakur.
Listen to me.
Just say
So
that,
what
dude.
you're
Just
saying
say
to me,
you talked to Shakur before. You got a personal relationship with him, and you
I'm gonna
don't
let
give a
y'all
fuck
have it.
what he do.
When you're
You
done, I'm
love
gonna
him.
go for it.
Just say it.
Because
Okay,
Just
you
say
won't
that.
okay,
let me
okay.
finish, bro. You keep trying to cut me off. So Bill Haney said that it was a back and forth negotiation, but they said that each time Shakur just responded with the same exact thing. So, but all of that is irrelevant. The point that I'm trying to get you to see is that Shakur left the negotiations because Shakur went to the WBC and got them to mandate the fight so they can go into the negotiations as a mandatory. That's when Devin didn't entertain it no more because Shakur left the negotiation. Shakur turned down
He
all of
did
the
entertain. He asked for it.
Shakur turned down all of the
Listen to me,
offers that
fam.
they
He
made
did
for him.
entertain it. He asked for an extension to entertain it. You are incorrect. Do not tell me that when you ask for an extension, that means you are entertaining because you know what the proposal is. After the first week, he knew what the proposal was. He entertained it. He chose to think about it, and therefore he made a decision. He is the one that basically walked away from the table.
No, Shakur said
You're incorrect, bro.
Shakur
How are
said,
you?
bro,
Listen,
you
man.
want to let me talk so you got to listen to what I'm saying before you object to
We
it. You
never
got
had
to
a
hear
problem
what I'm
like this,
saying. You don't
Sam.
even know what I'm about to say. What I'm trying to
Okay,
say
go ahead.
is
My apologies.
Shakur he petitioned with the WBC and he made demands in his petition. He said that he was asking for a 50-50 split. That's what he said, and that's what he said to the WBC. And so that's
No,
why Devin moved on because Devin don't got a good track record with the WBC. They try to screw him over every chance they get. So why would he try to let them mandate the fight if Shakur is asking them for 50% and telling them that he believed that he part of the exception that he should deserve 50%? And
okay, I
knowing the
got you,
track record
Sam.
that
I
the
got you.
WBC got against Devin Haney, why would he sit there and entertain that
Can
and
I
let them
answer?
and why would
Can I
he would
answer?
be stupid to
Okay,
allow
can
for
I
Shakur to
answer?
have a 50-50 split when Shakur has no belts? He's coming up with no belts and nothing
Okay, I got
new
you.
to
You're
the
right. You're
division.
right. You're right.
And
Can I answer
Shakur
now?
said that. Shakur said when they asked Shakur why didn't he take the 25%? He said because he didn't think that Devin would go up and fight Regis, just like the rest of y'all thought. Y'all didn't think that Devin would
That's
fight
not
Regis
true.
because y'all thought Regis would knock
That
him
ain't
out.
true, bro. That's
That
not
is
true.
true because and y'all
I'm
try to
telling you
change
right
history. I
now
was on
that
those
I can show
panels. I
you
was on
proof.
for
Listen
9
to me,
panel.
fam.
I was on
Please,
for 9
please.
panel here listening to y'all try to ridicule
Who's
me and say
y'all?
that I was
I was never. I
I
don't
was
follow for
crazy.
now.
Devin
I
was
don't
going to have
follow him.
to fight
I
Shakur
don't listen
and
to
all of
him.
that stuff.
Period.
Y'all try to change history and act like nobody thought that Regis was going to knock Devin out. I was there, bro. You can't change history. You can't change, what happened. It happened, bro. And that's that, bro. It happened.
Okay,
I know
that's your
you a
opinion.
Shakorian and all of that, but
And you a Haniac, bro, and you in the
And it
wrong
happens
I,
that
man.
way. And
the
it
So
truth is
happens
the
that
therefore,
truth,
way.
bro.
no, you're wrong, bro. I'm not gonna allow you to sit there and put out the false narrative like that, bro.
The
It's false.
truth is the truth,
Man,
bro.
ain't
You
nothing
don't
It's
have
false
not
no
the
about
truth,
comeback
that.
from
bro.
that. Why didn't
You're
Shakur accept the 25%,
so
bro?
I've asked you questions, bro. Why do you keep asking me questions without allowing me to answer anything, bro? If you
You
want to
talking
be
right
no,
now.
no, no,
I
no,
was
no,
quiet, letting you
no,
talk. Answer it.
fire,
Stop
fire, fire,
stop
fire.
complaining and answer it. Answer it then.
bro, you just went on a long silicone for 10 minutes, bro, and I couldn't say
You got
shit.
the floor. Answer it, bro.
Okay, so what I'm gonna answer is this. First of all, you know that it's not the truth what you should said. And how I'm gonna break that down is saying this.
You
If you
ain't
have an
answering the
individual,
question. You
hey,
dancing
stop,
around it
man,
now, bro.
stop. No, I'm not dancing around anything. I'm doing what you did. You want to paint a picture? I'm gonna paint a picture. I can't do the same thing you did.
I
Man,
asked
he
you a
told the
question. You
facts,
said
man.
you was
Bro,
going
you
to answer the
can't. I asked
question.
you a direct
You just
question and you
cried. You
went
just
around and
cried
gave me a
about me
long
not
10-minute
letting,
story.
allowing you to answer the question. Now you trying not to even answer it. Go ahead. You can answer it and provide your context and all of that, but answer the question.
Okay, thank you. First of all, Devin Haney ran from the situation. He asked for extension, and
You're
that's
not
on him.
answering the question
I
by
am answering your
that by
question. You
making a
don't like my
statement.
answer.
You
You don't
didn't.
like
You
my
didn't make
answer.
a.
Blah
You
blah
didn't
blah.
answer.
Just gibberish,
Yeah, you didn't answer the question. You making the same statement that you said
man. Just
before I
gibberish.
asked you the question,
What,
bro.
what,
A
what, let me
bunch of
ask you this. What is the
gibberish.
fucking question? What is the question?
You got to
I
be quiet and listen first.
Fly, you on some bullshit, man.
oh, bro, I asked you the question, bro, and you act
Bro, you
like
did not fucking answer shit.
you
You
act
didn't
like you
answer
gonna
not my
answer it
question,
and you won't
period.
answer it.
Calm down,
Flyer, you
brother.
have
Calm
not
down. Don't
answered.
get emotional now, brother.
Flyer,
Calm down.
Flyer, you have not answered my question at
Uh,
all. Please,
bro, now
give
you
a
the one
summary
with the
of your
question.
question.
No,
Since you
you
saying
supposed to
I
be
just tried
answering.
to
You
answer your
supposed to be
question, you
answering
said
my
I was
question.
incorrect.
You
What
didn't
the
give
fuck
me a
is the question,
question.
bro? What
You
is the
didn't give me
question,
a
bro?
question. You supposed to be answering this question that I asked you. I said, what
I
make you?
started first,
I said,
bro.
why?
You
I
cut
said,
me
what
off.
make you think? I said,
Flyer,
why would
flyer.
Devin? I said,
Okay,
why
thank
would
you.
Devin? Why would Devin give Shakur a 50-50 split if Devin Haney is undisputed? He got all 4 belts, and Shakur is just moving up to the weight division. Ain't fought nobody. Why?
Oh,
Why would
why?
Devin give him a
Because of his
50-50
accolades.
split?
Hold on. Okay, thank you. Because of his accolades and because the simple fact is just because he lost the belt, off of 1 pound, he should still be treated like a boxer that they both grew up together and respect
Dude,
each other, was good friends.
in no world would
I mean,
somebody
nigga, why
be
the fuck, nigga,
thinking
don't
that
just stop. Bro, let me answer the question,
And
man.
like Bill said,
you
that's why he got
answered.
the shot. That's why they sent him the shot. Like Bill said, yeah, they did
Y'all
come up
emotional as
together,
hell.
and
Y'all
he
don't
did
want
You
send him the
nobody to get a
shot.
point across.
He did send him the
Y'all want to
shot.
go on it. Y'all want to give it a 10-minute silicone story about some bullshit. And then when I start answering the question, you want to cut me off.
Man, you ain't.
I
Come
can't
on,
win this
bro.
conversation.
You playing victim. You
How
done
am I
turned
playing
into a little
victim?
mama. You playing victim.
Nigga, you nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. And let me talk.
Now you getting
I ain't playing
emotional.
victim. Bro,
There
I
you.
don't even.
This nigga dead, y'all. Oh no.
Hey, your boy's a fucking duck, and you hate the fucking fact that I'm sitting up here standing on my square and proving a point. You niggas is making excuses, bro. He made it. He walked away from the table. Shakur did not walk away
You
from the
dead in
table.
the
When
water,
he
bro. You don't
mandated,
got
Mo,
no comeback from this,
bro,
man.
Mo
You
bro,
can't
Turkey,
stop
answer
man.
it.
that question.
Stop
You
it.
said he
Stop it.
deserve it. You said he deserve a
I answered
50-50
the
split
question, bro.
because you
Except,
said
I
he
don't care if you
deserve a
don't answer my
50-50
question.
split because of his accolades.
Mo Turkey.
What accolades he got to make that he should be able to move up to the new weight
So
class
listen, so
and
you,
get a
you sound like fucking
50-50
Tank, nigga.
split?
You sound like
Yo,
Tinkerbell Tank,
Bud
nigga.
ain't it? Bud
What has
ain't
he
even get a
done? Oh my
50-50
God,
split
what
with
has he done to
Canelo,
deserve
man.
a
You
fight?
crazy,
That
bro.
you know what?
What?
You sound like Tank, nigga.
Bud couldn't even
What has
get
he
a
done?
50-50 split with
You sound like
Canelo. What
Tank,
the
Flyer,
hell you talking
Flyer,
about,
Flyer.
man?
You sound
Now,
like Tank,
now,
bro.
now,
Flyer,
Tank
you
say,
sound
what
like
has he done
Tank.
to even get a fight? Not to get the
That's what
perfect
you niggas
split.
are saying. That's
No,
what
we
you
saying
niggas
a
are
perfect
saying.
split, nigga.
What
We
has he
sending
done?
contracts.
What has he done
We
to
behind
basically
the nigga
earn
sending
50-50? That's what
contracts.
you niggas are saying right now.
Right?
Man,
You
Yes,
sound like a
nigga.
Tank.
Shakur even admitted.
Yes. What you talking about? You sound silly, man. You just talking,
Shakur
Nigga,
bro.
even
first of all,
admitted
You
that
nigga,
just
he
talking,
Shakur
man.
said that
was
he is the B
a
side.
dumb move
Shakur,
that
no, no, no,
he
no,
should have
no.
took
I don't care about none
25%.
of that. You can make excuses for Shakur. Don't worry about Shakur. Worry about your fighter, Devin Haney. Have an excuse for your dear fighter, Devin Haney. Don't
It
provide
ain't.
Bro, that's what
It
excuses
ain't
for
no
Shakur said.
Shakur.
excuse.
Shakur said that
No, it
himself, bro.
is.
Shakur said
And
that
Devin
himself.
Haney said, and Devin Haney's dad, the nigga that speaks for him, said that he's going to stay down there for a year to fight somebody. But that didn't happen. He moved up.
Yo,
He took
who
2
was
weeks to
getting
make
the
that
shot?
decision.
Who was getting the shot? Devin or Shakur?
Nah, Tank, I guess. That's what they said. They really was they
No, I'm
wasn't
saying
worried about
no. I'm
Shakur. No,
saying
no, no, no. That's what the real
who was
situation
giving
was.
who the
They
shot in
was
that
not
situation?
worried
Who was
about
giving who the
Shakur.
shot in
They
that
wanted
situation,
Tank.
bro?
They wanted Tank.
Who was giving who the shot in that situation? When
Shakur.
Devin sent him the 25% offer, who was giving who the shot?
And Shakur. And Shakur should have took it. But he chose not
He
to. He
what
chose
So
to go.
what
No,
you
no, no,
arguing
no.
about?
you
Let
mean?
me say something.
Devin was giving Shakur the shot, bro.
Bro, that's
Right.
the fuck I just. Anyways, man,
And
that's
you
what I
just
just
said
said.
Shakur should have took
You
it. So
said
what are you even
Shakur.
arguing about for?
Okay, so what
I
I'm
thought
Who
that
was
arguing
was
the
the
about
A
is this.
side?
argument.
Who was the A
Hey
side, bro?
man, y'all niggas is weirdos, bro. Let me
Hey,
Who
fucking
was the
talk,
A
man.
side, man?
I'm not answering no questions. Can I talk?
I thought that was the whole
Can
argument.
I
You were saying Shakur shouldn't have took the
You're
thing.
doing too
So
much, bro. Can I talk, man? You're doing too much right now, bro. You won't even let me get a word out without both of you. I want to be polite, man. I want to be respectful.
I
Don't do
asked
that
you
to
who
me,
was the
please.
A
be
side,
polite.
bro.
Don't get emotional,
No,
man.
nigga. We already said it, nigga. I said that Shakur is not the A side. He's the B side. So that means Devin, bro. Shakur said it himself. You niggas is just talking, just fucking
Wait,
talk, bro.
what's
No,
your
stop
argument,
asking me
Blue?
questions and let me fucking talk, bro.
Hold on, Rallo. What's your argument then, Blue? I don't understand. What's your argument,
Nigga,
bro?
my argument is your boy ducked, bro. And you trying to fucking dance around the situation and make it look
This
like he
guy
didn't
not
duck.
making no sense, man. You not
Right, you
making no
ain't
Flyer,
sense.
making
Let
no
me get this
Flyer,
super
sense.
listen
chat,
to
bro.
me.
Let me
You
get
just
this super chat
Flyer,
contradicting
real
it.
quick.
What are you
Hold
Flyer,
on.
you're in it wrong. If your boy, if your
Hold
Flyer,
on, bro.
You
Hold
no,
on.
said
Let me
no,
get this
Shakur should
super
have took
chat
the
real
offer,
quick.
but Devin ducked. Which one is it?
Let me get this super
bro.
chat real quick. Yo, shout out to Big Dog Willie with the $2 super chat. He said Tankamaniacs. I don't know.
Shakur.
He calling you a
Anyways,
Tankamaniac,
so
bro. I don't
Shakur,
know.
so
Straight cash. Last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, yeah.
my bad, man. I forgot you like to play that afterwards. I would have shut the fuck up. But anyways, so check this out, Flyer. You on some BS, man, and your boy on BS too. Now, no matter what, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You guys can dance around the
Blah,
situation
blah,
and make it look
blah.
like and
Say something.
make it seem like it is what it isn't, but it is what it is. So what I'm gonna say to you this, no matter what, Devin Haney
Hold
was
on,
given the
bro.
opportunity. Stop, bro.
I'm trying to get you some help. I'm trying to get you some help
I don't
right
need no
now.
help.
So
Stop.
I'm putting the link
Bro,
out there.
Flyer,
You
let
need
me
help,
talk,
man.
bro.
Hey,
Flyer, let
Blue.
me talk,
Hey,
bro.
hey, Blue. Is that your logic? It is what it is. Because that's all you really just said. You're just a bunch of gibberish, my man.
You niggas is
Oh,
weirdos,
here go
bro.
the
I'm gonna go ahead and
cavalry
say it,
right
man.
here. I think this your help right here, bro.
You know what
Big
the
Dog
Salute to
sad
Willie
thing about
sent it,
everybody.
it?
bro.
The sad thing about
Salute.
it is, the sad
Hold
thing
on.
about it, you
Let me
niggas
fill
really
on this.
feel, you niggas,
Like, let me fill
hold
on
on.
this.
You niggas really feel like what y'all doing is cool. And just because you
Hold
got
on,
the
Blue. Hold
platform, that's
on,
some
Blue.
bullshit.
Man, we letting you
Blue, I
talk,
got you.
though.
Hey,
Hold
Blue, I
on,
got
Blue.
you.
Hold on, Blue. Let
They
Big Dog
dismissing
Willie
everything I say,
get the
bro.
floor real quick.
They dismissing
Blue, I
everything I
got you.
say. Go
I
ahead.
got
Go
you.
ahead.
I got you, Blue. So you
Yep.
guys, you know, the Bill Haney, the Haney code, you guys think just because this man asked for 50-50, which he wasn't going to get, he said,
Thank you.
whatever they would give us, I will accept. He was talking about the sanction body. He says, they don't give it 50-50. If they give us
Facts.
25-75, I'll accept it. If
No,
they give
no,
us
no. Big Dog
30-70,
Willie,
I'll
it
accept
was
it.
30% was the lowest. And he said I
Yeah,
will
the
accept
lowest was the
30%.
lowest. But you
Thank
guys
you.
want to throw that 25% shit up in there and do what it is. And then you guys knew better. You guys know that you guys are moving up. You didn't want no smoke
All right,
with
Big Dog Willie. Let
Shakur
me
at all.
ask
Play the
you.
clip.
Hold
Flyer,
on.
play the clip. Remember when he said
Hold
he's
on. You
unemployed?
wanted
Hold
no
on, y'all.
That
smoke.
Hold
tells on
on,
him
y'all.
right there.
Let me in. Hold on, y'all. Let me and Big Dog Willie have the floor for a second, yo. So Big Dog Willie. So who was the A side, bro?
It doesn't matter who the A side was. It was
What
up
you
to the
mean it don't
sanction. It was
matter?
up to the
In
sanction body.
negotiation,
Hold on. It was up to the sanction body. We're talking
in
about
all
up to the
in
sanction
all
body.
negotiations, it matters who's the A side, bro.
No. It was up to the sanction body because think about it. Devin wasn't A side like he was like Hank or Canelo or Floyd Mayweather. He was just the A side because he just sold more at that point. He had a pay-per-view. But the
No, he was
sanction
a
body at that time, no, listen, the sanction body had the right to give him the thing because he was the mandatory. Mandatories don't necessarily have A sides like that. You say you get 25%, you get 30%. Mandatory get to decide how much the money they get paid.
no.
Yes.
Big Dog Willie.
Yes,
No,
yes.
listen, Big Dog Willie. The sanctioning bodies wasn't involved originally. That's what I was trying to get him to understand, that it was a voluntary defense at first. That's why Shakur had to file a petition to get the sanctioning
And
body involved.
when he
And
filed, he got it. When he filed, he got it, and then you guys ran away.
no, see, the thing that
No,
y'all
see
gotta
what?
I'm trying to explain. The thing that y'all need to understand, y'all just thinking about the WBC. See, the WBC, the lowest they go is 35%. But Devin had all 4 belts. The other 4 sanctioning bodies is 25%, not 30. So why
So
would
why
he
do you
go by the minimum?
hold on,
Why would he go
hold on,
by that minority
hold
of the
on. Why
WBC
did you?
when all
Cause he's the
3 other
WC.
sanctioning bodies is 25%?
Okay, he's
That's
WC.
why Devin went with the 25%.
No, because he's
He's
WC
the A
champion.
side and he was dictating his terms.
Because he
In
was
no
W.
other world do the person who's the B side get to negotiate their term, dictate their terms and say, oh,
Okay,
this is
then
what I want.
why didn't he wait for all that? Because he was WC. We're
Because
talking about the WBC.
the reason
And,
why
and he went there, and he went. See, this thing about you guys, he went. He said, "Fuck it, I don't care about it. I'm gonna go up to fight Regis." He didn't want to wait for this shit. He didn't want to wait for the decision. He didn't care.
This
He
why I think
didn't
y'all
want to fight him.
complacent. This why I think y'all complacent. This the point that y'all miss. Devin Haney was the A side, and Devin Haney was giving Shakur the shot. Shakur wasn't the shot. Shakur wasn't calling no shots. Shakur was the one who needed Devin to become undisputed. Devin was already undisputed. He was about to drop the belts and move up to 140. He was already.
Why did he
He
offer
already
it? Then
knew
why
that
did
he was. He already knew he was drained for the weight class and everything, and he was trying to just stay there just to fight Tank. He said the only fight he would stay there for was Tank. But then Shakur was trolling so much that he said, okay, then, I'm going to call your bluff. You get 25%. Let's rock. Let's get it.
Okay.
And Shakur didn't want that.
You prove my
He
point.
priced
No, you prove
himself
my
out.
point. No. Oh, now he priced himself out.
Do you duck for pricing yourself out?
No. He priced himself out.
Isn't that a way that we point out a duck?
So because the thing about it, the sanction bodies make the decision on how much somebody get paid, not Devin.
Yeah, and the problem is Devin had 3 other sanctioning bodies.
The sanctioning bodies.
That's dealing with.
So WC said that he wanted 30. He wanted 30%. You didn't. You said the thing about it.
That part didn't even get.
Because Devin Haney didn't allow
that part didn't even get.
Devin Haney didn't allow it. Then Devin Haney didn't allow it to get that far.
Yeah, it didn't.
It
didn't get that far because Shakur left the negotiations. Devin wasn't trying to negotiate with the WBC. The WBC had already did Devin. The WBC had already did Devin dirty.
You're making up. You're making
times on other stuff.
Dirty.
What am I making
making
up?
them dirty. You're making up shit. No, stop it.
How am I making up stuff? The WBC didn't. The WBC didn't strip Loma and give Devin the belt. The WBC belt and Loma the franchise belt, and then came out in a video and said that Devin was the true champion and that Loma just had a trophy, that he wasn't the true champion. And then from all of the backlash and stuff and all the ridicule that Loma was receiving, WBC doubled back and came back and said that Devin didn't have that he was just the pride champion and all this other stuff.
And then you said a lot of things.
So don't act like I'm making this up when I say the WBC had a bad track record with Devin Haney.
Frequent. You saying a lot of things that, and then WC did this, and WC did that. What I'm trying to say to you is WC said this. They said, okay, we make a determination on what it is. Devin did not want to wait. Devin had no plans on fighting Shakur at that weight. It is what it is.
If Shakur would have took the 25%, it would have been on and popping. Shakur
it was not.
Shakur ducked out of the negotiations and went to the WBC to start new negotiations.
He was WBC mandatory. That's why you went to WBC.
You said what?
Well, he was WBC mandatory.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. No,
yes, he was.
He was in a mandatory position, but they hadn't mandated
at the WBC.
Yo,
Yes,
the
at the WBC.
WBC can mandate the top. What is it? Anybody from the top 10, I think they can. But the top 3 guys was Loma was number 1, Shakur was number 2, and I forget who was number 3. But Loma
And
got beat, and then remember Loma got the
Loma,
fight with Devin, and Loma got
and
beat.
Loma got beat, and then Shakur petitioned, and he became.
No, hold on, no. Let me see. You trying to skip over some context, my brother? Slow down.
No, wait,
So
no.
listen, this is the way it went, and you tell me if I'm telling the truth or not.
You ain't telling the truth.
Loma was number 1. Loma got the fight with Devin. Devin beat Loma. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Devin beat Loma.
Right.
And then Shakur, you know what I mean, was in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Calling himself, pressing Devin or whatever. But
Devin
then
ran away.
after that, but then at the same time, people were saying that haters were saying Loma really won the fight. Loma got robbed or whatever.
Yep.
And then Shakur went on record saying that he thought Loma won the fight.
What that had to do with? What that had to do with?
Let me finish. I'm gonna tell you, it was very significant that he did that, because then Lomachenko petitioned the WBC to be put back at number 1 ahead of Shakur, and because Shakur co-signed it, the WBC obliged, and he was number 1 still, and Shakur was number 2. Shakur was number 2. Because Loma petitioned the WBC to be still kept at number 1 spot, and since Shakur co-signed it, they kept him there. They obliged it, and so that's why. And so Devin Haney and them, and so they gave that. So they
later in the
behind
summer,
the scenes they made him an offer, and that's why he had to go to the WBC and petition them.
Dude, you're saying, and later in the summer they made Shakur number 1, right? Right?
Look, yeah, that was before.
No, look
that
my
was
ass.
before
Look
the
my
Loma
ass.
fight, though.
Right? No,
that was
right?
before the Loma fight, but Loma petitioned to be put back at the number 1 spot.
No.
We going ahead,
Shakur,
not behind.
Okay. Oh, Shakur is number 1 at the time.
No,
he wasn't. No, listen.
Loma
when it came to
was number 1 at the
negotiations,
time after the fight.
oh no, when it came to negotiations, again, he was his mandatory, right?
No, he wasn't his mandatory. That's why he had to petition That's why he had to petition the WBC to get them to mandate the fight.
And they did, right?
Yeah, but Devin,
But what?
he
what?
had to do what? He had to leave the negotiations that he already had.
But they mandate the fight, right?
No, they gave Devin an ultimatum. They said they told Devin.
Here we go.
They tried to mandate the fight, but it didn't get that far. They asked Devin what was he going to do. They gave him an ultimatum. They said he can go ahead and move up, because he was already in plans to fight Regis, but he was going to stay behind to fight Tank or Shakur. So they gave him an ultimatum. Hold on, let's go deeper into it.
No, deeper my ass. No, frequent flyer. No.
So you can see to that point already?
No, you Haney code dudes be tripping. You gotta be honest.
What am I tripping? What I lie about so far? Did I lie yet? Because y'all do say I'm frequent liar. Did I lie yet?
Excuses. You're making a bunch of excuses.
Did I lie yet? That's the excuses.
I'm asking you a question. I'm telling you this. You're making excuse. See, think about it. One thing I can say about Tank fans, at least Tank is the real A side. You gotta try to fake like you got this big A side when you're really not.
Devin wasn't the real A side.
Hold on. No, let me finish. You guys try to make it seem like you got the superior A side when you're really not. Tank is superior A side. We all get that, but Tank just like the duck. So we know that about that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm bringing them back, man. Our conversation ain't really going.
No. You can understand what you're saying. But think about it, Tank is a superior A side. I get that. I give him that. But you
Devin
got
Devin wasn't the A side to Shakur?
Huh?
Devin ain't the A side to Shakur?
He was, but you gotta make it seem like he was superior A side, like he's motherfucking Muhammad Ali.
What's the A side?
No, he wasn't.
The A side and superior A side is a oxymoron, bro.
No. Oh, okay.
Of course he was the superior. He was the A side.
No, he was the A side by a little bit.
Y'all in denial.
He was the A side by a little bit. Tank is superior A side. They're different type of A sides.
It don't matter. He was the A side though, right? And I told no lies, so I don't understand.
They're different type of A sides.
See, and Blue Hustle Man, he said he deal with logic, but he really don't, because if I'm telling you the truth, I'm giving you the history, and all my ducks is lining up.
Flyer, it's not
where's the
lining up.
logic at then
It's
for you
not.
to
It's
say what you're saying?
Flyer. It's not logic, bro. I
Shakur
mean,
ducked, bro. If Shakur left the
no,
negotiations
Flyer,
and he was the one getting the shot,
Flyer.
and
He did
Shakur
not
doubled
leave the
back and even
negotiation
said that
table.
he was the one. He said if he had it all again, he
Flyer.
would have
He
took
went
the
and made the fight
25%.
real.
They said why you
Flyer.
wouldn't have why you ain't take
Flyer,
the
you've been saying the
25%?
same
He
thing,
said
bro.
because
Can
I
somebody else
didn't
get a
know.
word in? Can
He
I get a
said I
word in,
didn't
please?
know that he was going to move up. He said
Flyer,
I
can I
didn't think he
please
was
get a
going to
word in,
leave.
my friend? Can I please get a word in, fam?
Go, you got it.
Please, can I get a word? Are you sure? You're not gonna cut me off, right?
Go, you got it.
Okay, thank you so much, my kind sir. What I'm gonna say is this. In my opinion, bro, this is really sad because you are failing to see the logic in what we're saying. Me and this man are saying the same thing. You are going in circles because you don't want to see the light. Now that's fine that you don't want to see the light. That's fine that you are the one that says, Devin Haney is Black Jesus, correct? That means he can walk.
Accusations. These are false accusations. And
Here we go.
I
He can
never
walk on
said. I
water.
never
No,
said.
I'm saying
You never heard
you're
me call
interrupting
him
me. You're
Black
interrupting me.
Jesus
You're
because you
interrupting me.
lying right now. I never call him Black Jesus. Come on, bro. Don't put that on me, man. I'm a Muslim.
Okay. Okay. I thought I heard you say that before. What I will say is this, my friend, is that you are not taking in and you're not accepting the fact that Devin walked away from the table. It wasn't Shakur. He mandated the fight. He made it realistic to where the offer. And this is what makes it so sad is that he was only getting 30% on one belt. The other belts, it was 25%. This makes your fighter look weak. You don't see it like that, but this is what I see. You're making your fighter, by the way that your stance is, you're making your fighter look weak. Like he couldn't accept 5% on one belt. And therefore, he was given the opportunity because of one belt. Because Shakur was like, well, damn, let me get a little bit more money somewhere. And you're making it seem like he was getting 30% on all the belts. So I'm going to break it down to you that he was only one belt. This is what makes Devin Haney look weak. So I'm going to say this to you.
Hey,
He was
T.O.
given the
Tom, you
opportunity.
got to put your camera on, bro, before I put you up. Put your camera on. I got to see you.
So Devin chose to wait 2 weeks, bro, just to move up. He was given opportunity. After that first week, he knew exactly what was on the table. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he chose to walk away to move up there and fight an easier fight in Regis' program. That was him walking away from the table because if he wanted to negotiate more, he was the one that was basically, everything was depending on him. He had the floor. So if he would have said, you know what, I don't like this, so we need to sit here and go into more negotiations. He chose not to do that. He chose to say, you know what, after the 2 weeks is up, I'm just going to move up to 140. I'm not going to stay down here no more.
I got a quick question for the.
And that's just what it is.
I got a quick question for
Hey,
the
whatever you got to
Shakur
say to
fanboy. I'm gonna make
get
this.
you
I'm gonna
to
make
get
this a
good
quick. I
sleep
don't
at
like
night,
it.
man. Go ahead, T.O. Tom.
Yeah,
What's
hold on.
good, bro?
I'm gonna say this. Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna say this for the Shakur fan. I'm not a fan of either of these guys, by the way. I like Ray Ford and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of like the Keishans, the Haneys, the Shakur. So I'm speaking completely unbiased here. You guys talk about how Shakur was willing to make the fight, or that Haney should have been able to negotiate more. But Shakur's already said out of his mouth that he wants a rehydration clause against Haney. He doesn't want to fight that guy at all, and he's not even going to get past Teofimo anyways next week. Teo is going to dominate this fucking guy and get him out of boxing, thankfully. But
That's
this
what's
whole
up.
notion that
That's what's up.
Shakur is this whole notion that Shakur is an infallible fighter, that is this gangster next Floyd that wants to fight and beat all these guys. He don't want to do shit. And he's like Keyshawn Davis, who don't want to fight Andy Cruz, said he didn't want to fight Muay because of sanctioning fees, ducked that fight, and ducked De Los Santos and was making, lies about getting drunk and all that shit. And that's who these guys are. That's how they move. They won't fight each other because they're quote unquote friends. As much as I don't like Haney, at least he's willing to fight top guys and fight the best fighters. He went up and fought Norman. I thought Norman would have beat him by unanimous decision. He actually won the fight. Shakur hadn't done shit. he got, pieced up by Zepeda and barely won that fight, 8-4, 7-5. And you think he's going to go in there and beat fucking Haney, the guy who he quit against in sparring, said, "Oh, I'm tired. He's not beating that guy. He fucking sucks, dude. This guy hasn't done shit in boxing. His best one is fucking Valdez. Valdez ain't shit either, dude. And he was much bigger than him. Tio is a better athlete. He's got better defense, better hand speed, combination punching ability. He's going to destroy this guy. He's going to be the A side when he fights Devin Haney. Now, when Tio moves up to fight Haney, Haney's going to have to come negotiate and be fair in negotiations against Tio, because Tio will be a superstar next weekend. Not no fucking Shabum Stevenson. He's a trash can fighter with no physical talent. And he sticks his chin out in the air and stands tall and is going to get his fucking face cracked. So that's what I want to say to the Shakur fanboys.
Hey man,
What's up now?
I appreciate your conversation, man.
Hey, I figured you would say
Everybody
that.
get to say what everybody get to, you know what I'm saying, speak their mind over here. You get to tell how you see it, and not worry about me throwing you in the back or muting you and none of that stuff.
That's facts. That's facts. Respect.
So, I appreciate that. Blue Hustle, man, you had something you want to say to that, bro?
I just want to say, man, this dude acts
GC
like
said a lot, bro. He
It's
said a
all
lot.
good, man. It's all good. This man
Yeah,
act like
we'll see, right?
Bro, let me talk, Flyer.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, fam. This man act like he in the camp with both of these fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't even mad at listen, your opinion is your opinion, brother. And if you don't like the way Shakur moves, that's what you don't like. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and go back and forth and try to make you like Shakur. That's not what I'm going to do. You are more than welcome to have your opinion about it, and that's how you feel. That's what it is, my brother. So I disagree with you, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything. I'm not going to be able to change your mind and make you feel any kind of other way. So I'm proud that you feel like that. But what I will say to you is this: in the new, and when that happens, you think about yourself, what you just said. Think about. So you need to actually start looking at when this happens and the new.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want you to do, my friend. Come back to the table. Come back over here and eat crow. Because if Shakur loses, I'm gonna be here. Listen, I'll be back here no matter what. Once he loses, because I'm gonna rub it in Flyer's face and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Flyer ain't got it's not a really issue that that he beats him. That's not the issue. I'm just gonna do it just to do it, in spite that he's a Devin Haney fan. Flyer. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you
So
ain't
that's
gonna
all
rub
that
it in.
is.
You ain't rubbing it
Oh,
in my
yes, I
face.
am.
if
Yes,
you
I
win,
am. Yes, I am. Because when he moves
bro,
up in weight,
I'm not against Shakur, bro.
I know you're not,
what I'm
fam.
saying.
I
So
know
how you
you're
gonna rub it
not.
in my
Let
face?
me talk my shit. I
Well,
just
go ahead.
said what I said, fam. I explained myself, and you still want to interject with some boo boo. Let
Because
me
you talking
talk,
like I
fam.
don't like Shakur. That don't mean just because he ducked Devin don't mean I don't like Shakur,
Hey,
bro.
man, I'm talking to this young man over here. I don't even know if he's older or young. I don't even know. I'm talking to this man over here,
Go
bro.
ahead. Yeah,
You
go
know
ahead.
we
Y'all.
good. You know we good. I don't care, man. We can disagree to agree. You see what I'm saying? Agree to not agree. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Doesn't matter. All I'm telling this man is, please come back to the platform, eat your crow, and give the man respect, because that's what I expect you to be in a boxing fan.
Yeah. I mean, if he
Are
beats him,
you a
I'll give
I
boxing
him
know
fan?
one thing.
you know,
Shakur better
No,
beat him.
Flyer,
Shakur
stop.
better beat
Stop.
him.
Flyer, I'm not worried about that. You can keep your 2 cents to yourself. What I'm asking this young man is this: are you going to be willing to come back and basically eat crow?
Sure, yeah. If he beats him, I'll give him credit. But I got a question for you. What makes you genuine? I actually want to know what makes you so confident that Shakur is the better fighter, legitimately. I want to see your breakdown on
Because
each line.
mentally, I'm just be real blunt about it. Mentally, that's why. Mentally,
Okay.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that the man. I think Shakur is very, very disciplined, and Tio has shown stages of not being disciplined, and not just that. I mean, I could say he questions himself. I can go into all kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not here to attack Tio, because I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. If Tio wins, that's what it is. I'm gonna give him his flowers. You see what I'm saying? I stand up for my favorite fighter, and I'm not sitting there trying to cape for him. I don't do all that. I'm not putting on my cape for him. If he loses a fight, he loses a fight. and that's just
No,
what it
you gonna
is.
eat
But
crow
I'm
too,
still
bro. You
stop,
ain't just
stop.
giving him
What
his
did I just say,
flowers.
bro? Stop,
You
stop.
gonna
I'm
eat
gonna
crow
eat
too,
crow,
bro. If he gotta eat crow, you
nigga.
gotta eat crow too, bro.
Bro, what the fuck you think I'm gonna say? Yeah, you just talking to talk right now. If he loses, when Brian Norman lost, did I eat crow? Did I say
I
something to
don't
you?
remember. I don't
Okay,
remember,
that's your
bro.
fault that you don't remember,
Don't
but I
disappear
did.
on
But
me, bro.
no,
That's
no,
all
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
saying.
no, 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 no. Listen to me. No matter what, I remember I did eat crow, and I did it many times, and I still do it to this day. I admit that I went for him. It is what it is.
Then you
It is
just
what
be
it is.
wrong all the time, huh?
No, I don't be wrong all the time because that's what it is. I was only wrong about Brian Norman.
You
Yeah,
said you
What are you
nobody's
eat
gonna
talking
crow
about?
make
all
no,
the time, bro. You the
no,
one said it. You just talking to just talk.
no. Nobody has a perfect.
No, what I'm
Nobody's
saying,
gonna.
bro, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter. If I get something wrong, I eat crow. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
You can
fine.
sit there and search. You can sit there, Flyer, and try to pick out little things and what I'm saying and run
Yo,
like the wind with it. I ain't mad at you, brother. But no
no,
matter
bro. You
what,
just gotta say. You gotta mean what you say and say what you mean, man. Y'all can't just
yeah,
be up here
I do
saying
that.
anything, bro.
Nah. That's what you do. That's what you do.
I'm a little.
You won't
I guess
accept it.
I might be
No,
a little
because you
swift,
won't. No.
more
Flyer,
swift than
flyer,
others
flyer.
on what you
No, you're
saying,
not. You're
bro.
not at
I
all.
be
You're
careful
not.
from what I say, man. I think about what I say before I say it, so
Flyer,
I expect
you
other
don't think
people to
about
do
what you say.
that
You
too,
won't
bro.
eat crow. You won't accept the fact that your boy walked away from the fucking table. He walked away,
But
I
why
and the
would
laid
decision was
all
on
of the
him.
Devin
history
Haney to
down to
even
you,
make the
and you
fight
seem like
anyways?
you the one in denial, man.
Listen, I'm gonna make this.
No,
I'm gonna make this
you are
quick,
in
Flyer.
denial. Hold on, hold on.
Let me
So let
interject. Let me
me ask you
interject.
this. So no. Time out, time out. So let
No,
me
we
ask you this,
passed that,
Flyer.
bro. No,
Flyer,
we not
Flyer.
going
I want
back
to ask
to
you
it,
one
bro.
question. No, Flyer. I'm gonna ask you
We
one
not
question.
going back to it, bro.
Flyer, I'm gonna ask
Let the
you.
brother say what he was gonna
Okay.
say.
Yeah.
He
Let
can
T.O.
me
say
Time,
what
say
what
he's,
you
something real
wanted to
quick.
say,
bro,
man? We ain't
Flyer.
going
He
back
can say
into
what
that.
he's gonna say.
Yeah,
I
all
just
right,
want
man.
to ask one question. That's all it is. Just one question. That's all I'm asking for. If the shoe was on the other foot,
I ain't gonna throw
and
you off. I throw myself off the pen.
what?
I was gonna say, dude, if the shoe's on the other foot, like Haney wouldn't be asking for rehydration clauses. And then secondly,
No, we're not
dude,
talking
Haney
about
really
that. I'm
didn't even
talking
want to
about
fight
the
Lomachenko after
negotiations
he was
between
getting
them.
ready to beat Kambosos the second time. He didn't know if he was gonna make weight. He didn't know if he was gonna stay in the division. He was saying this in interviews, by the way. So he didn't. He knew he wasn't gonna be in the division much longer and all that shit. He was putting cold water on the Lomachenko fight, let alone a Shakur Stevenson fight. So after he retained his titles, albeit controversial, I don't think he won that fight. Why was it up to Devin Haney to even stay in the division when it was clear that he no longer wanted to even be there to begin with? He'd already done what he wanted to do. He had the fight that fans had made. He made the fight that fans wanted, and he grew out of the division. I mean, you guys act like he was in his mid-20s. You're still growing. You're still physically getting bigger. He's naturally bigger than Shakur anyways. And
So you don't think the fans wanted to
Shakur
see
doesn't have
Shakur
any
fight? That's all
leverage
I'm
or
asking.
any, way, especially at that point in his career, to dictate if Haney's going to fight him or not at that division. He hadn't done anything to suggest that he just didn't do anything, really. That's just what it
Facts.
is. And Haney had clearly outgrown the
Not
division.
facts.
That was his time.
It's an
He was
opinion.
bigger than Norman at 47 and bigger than Prograis at 140. So he's not some small guy by any means. And he was done. He outgrew the division, and leave it at that. And now that Shakur is talking about going up to 140, he's saying if he beats Tio, if he were to ever fight Haney at 147 in his division, he's talking about rehydration clauses because he knows Haney
No, what he
is too
said
big
is
and too skilled
he's
for him. He
willing to
don't
do
want to fight the
whatever it takes
guy
as long as the
at his
money's
best.
right. He said that also. He said if the money's right, I'm crazy. He said, I'm crazy sometimes, and I'll do whatever it takes, as long as the
But he
money's
gave
right.
Shakur an offer, though. You got to remember, he gave Shakur a legit offer.
Okay,
Shakur
he
didn't.
gave him an offer, but Shakur made it realistic. He said, "You're offering me 25%, only one belt that I'm asking for 30%. I do not care what they offer me. They can
Shakur
offer me the
on
lowest
record
point.
saying he
They offered
regretted
him.
that, bro. It was
Yeah,
a
It
dumb move.
doesn't,
he
bro.
hadn't done shit at lightweight.
You can keep saying that. I say the same thing. It doesn't matter. Nobody's perfect. He still went about the negotiating ways that he went about it. He still tried to make it realistic. He did do that. He got it mandated. Your boy,
But Shakur
Devin Haney,
agrees with
walked
me,
away
though,
from the
bro.
fucking table no matter what. Your boy
You
walked
being
away from
like
the
a
table.
Haney's
tankamaniac.
not my
Shakur
boy, bro.
agrees
No,
with
Seriously.
me,
no.
man.
Why are you? So your boy didn't walk away from the table?
Shakur
He moved up
agrees
in
with
weight.
me, bro. He said he should have took that
Listen to me. Listen
25%,
to me.
man.
No. I'm gonna ask you a question, Flyer. This is a yes or no question. Did he walk away from the table by going up there and fight Regis Prograis?
No.
All right, man, I'm done. I don't want to talk
Shakur
about this
walked
anymore.
away
I
from the
don't.
table
No,
when he
no, no,
decided
no.
to go
I'm
to the
good, bro.
He left the
I'm good,
negotiations
bro.
and went to the
Well,
Then he didn't
WBC
need 2
why don't we
weeks.
talk about
Hold on. He didn't need 2 weeks then to make a fucking decision. If it's by what you're saying, all he had to do was basically say
because
this.
he had
No, stop,
because they
Flyer.
wasn't at the
Flyer,
table.
stop it. You're making excuses.
The
All he
decision
had
that
to
he
do is
had
say
was
is,
to
I'm
come
not
to the
fighting you. I'm
table.
moving up to Regis Prograde.
The
He didn't do
decision
that,
that he
bro.
had was
That's
to come
bullshit.
to the table. He had a decision
No,
to either
no.
come to the table for the mandatory
Okay.
with
Or
Shakur
move up.
Stevenson
He didn't
or to
need 2
go
weeks
to
to
fight
figure that out.
Regis.
You are making
He didn't
excuses
go
for
to
him.
the table
Your boy chose
because
2
your boy
weeks
left
to make a
your boy
decision.
left the
He
table.
fucked up and walked away from the table, and you won't accept it
How Devin messed up? Devin was already undisputed.
because you
Shakur the
didn't
one
accept
who
it.
missed
He
out
did
on
not have to
undisputed.
sit there and waste 2 weeks of
Shakur
period.
the one who missed out on undisputed, bro. Why you
Listen to
always
what
Right.
I'm
saying that?
saying.
What
Why did
what
he wait 2 weeks to make this decision to walk away?
what difference does it make? He passed
That's
up
what
the
difference does it make,
opportunity.
right? That's a
but
It
Flyer,
wasn't
fucking
what we don't
dump,
know what he
bro.
was getting
He
it
offered.
didn't
wasn't
have to,
Devin's
bro.
opportunity
Why
though
you talking
Yeah,
about how
that's
he
a
it
dump.
wasn't
It's a
it
dump. You
was
can't answer the question. That's why you guys are
dump
avoiding
what?
answering it.
Hold on,
It
tell me
You
wasn't
that.
guys are
Devin's
avoiding answering
No,
the
opportunity
I'm gonna
question.
though.
You
answer.
won't answer the question.
I'm gonna
You,
answer.
Flyer, and you, none of you niggas will answer the question.
Let me answer. Let me
Why?
answer. Let
Why
me
did he
answer.
wait 2 weeks when he could have just walked away
Yo,
instead
yo,
of wasting people's time?
can you hear me or
What
I'm
not?
difference does
listening.
that make?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
no. I hear you, fam. I hear you.
Why is that
Go ahead.
Let me
You
say
got
relevant?
the
this.
floor.
You talk about waiting 2 weeks. You don't know what Eddie Hearn was offering him to fight Regis Prograis at the time.
Bro,
You
it
don't
was
know what guarantee
mandated.
he was getting
Listen
to fight
to me. It
Regis
was
Prograis.
mandated. What you're saying is irrelevant. It was
I'm saying, but
mandated.
why is it even relevant though?
It is.
Oh, you
Why?
cutting out shit.
Yeah, it is an
Yeah.
explanation. Why? I'm asking you, why
Yeah.
is it relevant?
No. Why is it not? Why is it not relevant that he wasted
I
2
don't.
All right,
weeks of
say it again.
people's
I'll use
time?
it.
I'm asking you
He
because I don't
wasted your
That's
time.
understand why you
nothing.
keep pressing
No,
the
These
2
no.
guys
week
fight 2
thing.
Because
times a
your
year.
boy, so you don't
That's
want
nothing.
so you're overlooking it and making it look like he didn't walk away. That's why
So
it's
let me
He
relevant.
ask you
he's
this:
trying to defend
Who?
his
Your
boy hard.
fighter,
That's what
I'm not
your
saying
fighter
Haney could have
walked
definitely
away.
Hey,
walked away from
listen.
Shakur. It was his
Answer
Well,
right
me
no,
to.
he
this.
didn't.
It
He
was his
didn't.
right.
Could have. He walked
So,
away, bro. He took
so
2
who
weeks to
Yeah,
lost
make
in
a
yeah.
the
decision and
It was his
say,
situation?
right.
"Say
So
I'm
what?
walking away." He
What
didn't need to
difference does
take
that
2 weeks.
make?
He could have basically
Who?
said, "You know what? I don't want
Hey,
to fight."
Blue.
Period.
Who lost in the situation,
And
Blue? Devin or
after Haney
Shakur?
walked away from the fight, who's done more in boxing since then? Shakur beat Zepeda in a close fight. Zepeda's not proven at the elite
It
level at
wasn't fucking
all. He
close,
hasn't
bro.
done
Get off the
shit.
gas, man. It was not close at
He hadn't
all.
done shit.
It
And
wasn't close, bro, and you
then
know
Haney
this. You're
schooled
making. You're
Prograis,
lying right
and he
now.
beat
What was
Norman.
the score, bro? What was the score? You said it was close.
What?
So what the fuck was the score?
No, it was
Otherwise, you're
definitely close.
fucking
Who
lying.
cares, dude? Fucking the judges
Bro,
are
what was the
shit.
score?
Did you think
What
Murataya
was
beat
the
Cruz at
score?
118, 110?
What
Hold up.
was the score?
Did you think Murataya beat Cruz 118, 110?
Bro, stop, man.
No.
Answer my
Because you're
question.
asking me about
What was the
judges and shit. I'm
score?
telling you, you
You're
think judges
fucking
don't? You think
deflecting
judges
and
aren't
making
corrupt?
excuses and moving the goalposts, bro.
I'm not moving
This is
no
what you do.
goalposts.
Yes,
You're
you
trying to
are.
talk
Answer
about
my
judges.
question. You can't fucking do
I'll
it
give you
because you
my. I'll
can't
give
give
you
an
my.
answer.
I'll give you my
Nah,
scorecard.
you
I
want some
thought Shakur
bullshit.
won
You
115,
are
113.
just up here just talking.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
give you
you're
my
doing.
scorecard. I thought Shakur won 115, 113, maybe 116, 112
I
versus
didn't ask
Zepeda.
you what the fuck your scorecard was. I said, what is the scorecard? I never once asked you, what was your fucking opinion? I
No.
said, what was
But
the
see,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You said it was a close fight. How was it close? What was
this
the
is what I'm
score? What
getting
was
at.
the scorecard?
You're saying that,
Bro, what was the scorecard if it was a close fight?
far and
The
away,
actual
not,
scorecard.
Shakur dominated, but that didn't happen at all in the fight.
Bro, what was the fucking
Did
scorecard? Can you answer
Murataya
yes or
win 10
no?
rounds against Andy Cruz?
I'm not talking about
Because we're
Murataya,
talking
bro.
about judges
What
here.
the
You're
fuck are
talking
you
about people
talking
that aren't
about?
you, that aren't
Hey
making
man, I'm done with you,
an
bro.
opinion of the fight.
You can't even. This is what you Haniacs. This is a Haniac too. This is what
Oh
you
shit, you're cutting
motherfuckers
out,
do,
big
bro.
dog. Hold up.
Y'all basically
This
talk in
weather getting
circles.
hot.
Won't even answer a
Dude, the
question, bro.
man just said he not a Devin Haney fan, bro. You
No,
getting
yes he is.
emotional up here. You acting
Bro,
real
yes he
crazy right
is.
now, bro.
Bro, cut it out, man. He is, bro.
Earth man, you
Let's see if
fool
it
ass
come back.
Earth man. Listen.
You can say whatever you want to say. I asked him what the fuck the actual score was. He won't answer. He's giving me his opinion. He doesn't know, so he's talking out the side of his neck.
How
And you
that
want
make
to
him a
co-sign
Devin
this shit.
Haney fan? The man said he don't like
You
Devin,
doing the
bro.
same thing. You want to
He
admit
said
that
he
your boy
don't
walked
like
away from
Devin
the
as a
fucking
fighter.
table.
So what are you talking about, bro?
Hey, I'm putting y'all together. I'm doing it on purpose. At least I can admit that. See, I'm being petty right now. You won't even admit when you're
No,
being
you know,
petty.
it's emotional. It's emotion.
Nah, nigga, I'm being petty.
No,
There's
you
a
being
difference.
emotional. emotional,
Because
bro.
I'm coming with logic. I'm asking your boy
The
to answer a
brother
question. He
left
won't
the
answer a
panel
question.
because you so emotional, bro. You calling
Bro,
him a
cut it
Devin
out.
Haney fan, bro.
Bro, I don't. That's gonna make him get sensitive and
Hey,
want to leave the
you,
panel. Cut it out, Flyer.
you most definitely emotional over Shakur.
Bro,
I
cut
can't
it
say
out,
that.
man. You niggas won't answer no straight questions.
Hey,
Period.
listen, you
You're
answer this
moving
question,
around,
Blue.
glazing and
Blue.
moving around, and moving the goalposts, bro.
Hey,
That's
Blue.
what you niggas do.
Blue. Blue. Can you answer this question for me?
Big Dog Willie even got up here and said the same shit I'm saying.
I know it. I know you. You just want to talk. No, I'm good, baby. You can throw them away. You just want to talk, Blue. Who lost in the situation? You saying Devin walked away? Where did he walk away from?
Nobody lost, man.
What did he walk? Most definitely, Shakur lost the opportunity to be undisputed, the highest title you could
Listen,
hold in boxing. You understand that,
that
right?
doesn't. Okay, so listen. This is what I'm gonna say, fam. What if Shakur took that offer, right? Devin can still walk
I
away
ain't
from
no
that
what if
title.
nigga, man. I ain't no what if nigga. I don't even do that. What if nigga?
Okay,
I'm a
well, it
reality
doesn't
nigga.
matter then. So,
He's a
like I
what
just
if nigga.
said, it doesn't
Talk
matter.
about
You're
you.
asking me a question. You
He
just
walked
said
away
you
from the
just want to.
opportunity
You
to
just said that he
be
walked away from an
undisputed.
opportunity when he
What
did.
did Devin
You
walk
gave me
away
an if
from?
situation, and I gave you one right back.
No, I
Now you
gave
don't
you
want
the
to answer none.
reality. That's not an if
No,
situation. He
it's not
walked
a
away from the
reality. It is
opportunity to
not
be.
because you
He had
don't
a
know if he
contract.
even if
To
you
what are
do
you talking
not
about?
know. You do not know if he agreed to it that he would still take it. You are speculating. You don't know. This is not a
What are you
fact.
talking
You're coming
about?
with your fucking opinion. And if you
Wait
are
a minute. Wait a
slow
minute. Wait a
and you
minute.
can't understand what I'm saying, that's on
You're
you,
right. I'm
brother.
slow because I don't understand what you just said. You said that if Shakur would have took it, we don't know if Devin would have still took it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know that.
So,
That's the
so you're
dumbest
saying
logic
that the
ever, bro.
oh my, thank you, because you know I was gonna get a
The
little more
nigga
frazzled
moved
with
up,
it.
bro.
Thank you for
He
being
moved
nice
up. What
about
are
it.
you talking about? In the
So
middle
you
of
said that the people
negotiations.
that sent the
He
contract.
moved up in the middle of
So
negotiations. So
you
if he
saying
would have
that the
took it, he
people
should have
that
took
sent
it
the
then. So
contract,
what are you saying?
if he would have
If
said yeah
he
with the
chose to
contract,
fight
then they
Regis
would have took it
Prograis, an
back.
easier fight, bro.
Don't listen to this nigga. Don't listen to this nigga. This nigga ain't got no sense.
Man, you niggas don't got no common
How the
sense.
person?
It ain't come with no logic. That's the fucking problem.
Yo,
Somebody
what
must
kind
have
of
said that
logic
in the
is that?
in
They give him an
right.
offer. You saying he probably wouldn't have took it if he would have
I
obliged.
don't
You know,
know.
if he'd have took the offer,
I
they
don't
probably
know.
still wouldn't afford him.
I'm
Come
just
on,
speaking
bro.
about what's possible. I don't know.
Then you can say that Devin was the duck if he
But that
had
makes sense
accepted the
though.
20.
That makes
If
sense because he's
Shakur didn't
emotional.
duck, then you could say Devin
That
ducked.
makes
If
sense to me
Shakur
because
didn't
he's
duck,
So
emotional.
the thing about it is, I've already
It
said that,
makes
and I
sense
told
for us
Shakur
to
to
be
his face
talking
that
factually
I
and
wish
he
he would
talking.
have took the
What are
fucking
you?
money, took the bet.
What are you?
He didn't. He didn't take the fight.
yeah. So he ducked, right? He ducked.
No,
He
he
didn't
did
take the
not duck.
money.
What he did is he
He
still
didn't take
mandated
the
it, bro. That's not a
25%,
duck.
bro.
That's not a duck. He asked for one belt to be
It's a
5%
duck.
more.
Okay,
You sound
if you
weird
want
as
to
hell,
say it's
bro.
not a duck, if you want to
No,
say it's not a
you
duck,
It
sound
isn't.
weird, man.
whatever you want to, whatever you gotta say, man. You know what I'm saying? To sleep better at night, but I gotta shut it down, y'all. It's 3:30, man. I gotta get up early in the morning. You know what I'm saying, off of my salat and everything, and then later on I gotta run my wife somewhere, so I gotta really shut it down. It's 3:30 where I'm at. I don't know what time it is where y'all at, but I appreciate everybody for showing up, man. Everybody who came, showed up in the live chat. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate Big Dog Willie with the $2 super chat. He said Tankamaniacs. And all the panelists, everybody who was up on the panel. Ray Davis is here. Super late while I'm shutting it down. You
Sleep,
know what I'm
bro.
saying? Yeah,
No,
man. I was just shutting it down, man. I
no,
just
you're not. No, we're gonna keep it rocking, bro.
no, I'm
You
definitely
ain't going to
shutting it
work.
down, bro. It's 3:30, man.
You ain't gotta go to work.
But no, I gotta get up early in the morning. But
you got
salute to everybody who showed up, man. I appreciate y'all. I probably I might do a live tomorrow afternoon maybe when I get back from where I gotta go. But man, this
boy.
snow, man, I gotta deal with this snow too, man.
I heard you working with the U.S. Marshals. That's where you're going tomorrow.
Yeah, we hunting your boy down too. No, I'm just playing, but I'm out, y'all. Salute. Smash the like button on y'all way out. Ray, you smash the like button too, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. You kicked me off.